due to circumstances beyond anyone's control. Dr. Dre is in the motherfucking house, so right about now, and I say, yo Steve, are you with me?
Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio, episode 326. And before I introduce my very special guest, someone who is no stranger to Roadium Radio, if you guys didn't get a chance to look at my last video, I gave an update on everything. I gave an update on the memberships. For those of you guys that have been asking about the membership, we're going to be uploading new content to the members only. The super chat, now you can donate, you can drop money whenever you guys want. That's back. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about that. And also, we have I give an update to the Chicano Rap documentary. That from here on out, go and listen to it. I don't need to go into that. But definitely check that out. We got a bunch of new guests coming soon. We got a bunch of new shows coming soon. So make sure you guys tapped in. I want to thank everybody on the live chat, everybody who liked, commented, subscribed, everybody who disliked, everybody who shared, everybody who decided not to be on the live chat. It doesn't matter. You guys are still watching. Much love and respect to you guys because this show has been made because of you guys, okay? Other than that, we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it because I can't wait to start drinking with my good friend, the one and only Hazard. Hazard, how are you?
What's cracking, Tony? How you doing?
Brother, you know what? I've been blessed, bro. I think the last time I believe I saw you was in Bakersfield at the Ice Cube Cypress Hill show.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was good. That was actually a good show, bro. I went specifically there to see Cypress. I haven't seen Cypress perform since the early 90s because me and my boy High C, we would actually do shows with them. And so I got to see them now from side of the stage and not from being on stage with them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I wanted to see Bobo because I never seen Bobo play his timbales, his drums. Right. Because when I toured with Cypress, they didn't have Bobo at the time. Okay. So he kind of came, I believe, the third album. Okay. But other than that, man, it was good seeing you there. But I do got to announce that the first time you were here, it was January 31st, 2021. All right. In a couple of days, it'll be 3 years.
Damn.
3 years, bro.
Those flew quick.
Yeah. After that, you were here verse for verse, and you went heads up with MC Wicks.
With Wicks, yeah.
And you won. And then we had Calls with the Wizard last year.
That was a good time.
Yeah, we always have a good time, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and I love it, bro, because one thing about you is that we can talk about rap. We can talk about hip hop. A lot of times with a lot of my guests, it's very, very hard because a lot of them are young and maybe didn't grow up close to my era or your era.
Yeah,
know?
Sure.
But now, fill us in since January 31st, 2021. What has Hazard been up to, man?
It's been a journey, big dog. You know, let me see, so that was 2021, January. So after that, we had already been on the 40-ounce kick for like two and a half years at that point, 2 years.
Yeah.
And after the January 31st one, we had started a TikTok. I believe it was the end of 2021, Thanksgiving 2021.
Okay.
I started a TikTok account, threw up some of the old 40 ounces and a really old video, and stuff went viral on there.
Really?
Yeah. So that was like the week before Thanksgiving 2021.
Do you find things going more viral on TikTok than they do on Instagram?
I put up one video. It did I had no followers. I had like 50,000 views and 1,000 followers after one video.
Wow.
And then the one that went crazy for me, I remember we posted it at maybe 2-3 in the afternoon. And by midnight we had a million views.
Wow.
And it just went. It just kept going. So the algorithm there helped. But then I'm gonna be real, I'm very grateful, but they be honestly over there on TikTok, they be tripping. They don't like I broke every rule, right? You're supposed to use the camera in TikTok. You're supposed to film vertically, right? You're supposed to film original content straight on the TikTok app. And I was taking old videos that were filmed horizontally and just throwing them up on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Right? They don't like foul language. I'm a cussy motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They don't like alcohol, drug use, whatever the case is, I'm drinking in every video.
What is this, like a Disney
You know
Channel?
what I'm saying? The app is geared for kids, really. If you look at it, you know.
Okay.
But what trips me out is they don't want me cussing, they don't want me drinking, they don't want me rapping, but they let 17-year-olds, you know, with almost nothing on,
Twerking, whatever.
yeah, and it's just like, I'm like, well, what kind of message are you really sending? You know what I'm saying? So, I'm very grateful for the original push that we had on TikTok completely by accident. But I tell everybody over there, like, well, follow me on IG. You know what I'm saying? They've been a little more cooperative with what I got going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've just had a little more, I don't want to say luck, but I want to say that it's been a little easier kind of messing with that platform as opposed to TikTok. And with TikTok, they take stuff down all the time. You know what I mean? They'll you know, oh, this is a infringement on this policy, or this is a violation on this guideline. This is, you know, community guideline violation here, community guideline violation. So I am grateful though, and obviously it's not the people's fault that follow me there. So I'm very, very fortunate. I'm very grateful for my followers there. Yeah, I mean that was Thanksgiving 2021, and then from there it was funny because they say sometimes people have a viral moment and they don't know how to catch up to it, or they don't know what to do with it. But it's like I've been rapping for over half my life at this point. So it was easy for me. And what was fortunate for me was the thing that went viral was a video of me rapping.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, you know, I don't know, light my asshole on fire trying to throw a fart. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like,
most people do anything for views.
You know what I'm saying? I trip over a skateboard. It wasn't nothing negative. It was me rapping. So people wanted to hear more of it. And it was like, at that point I had 100 and some, you know, volumes of 40 Ounce Fridays. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, oh yeah, watch this. And I was just throwing up old videos. You know what I mean? And at the beginning, you know, it was so, like, the momentum was so crazy. Like, everything I put up's like a couple 100,000 views every single time.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was able to kind of establish a base there, you know? And then I just spent the last 2 years just grinding it out. We still got 40 Ounce going. We're, this Friday we dropped volume 248.
248.
You know what I'm saying? So 248 straight weeks.
Have you never used the same beat?
No.
Wow. Nah. But the same rap?
No. Definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah, 248. This Friday will be 248 weeks, 248 different beats, 248 different rhymes. You know what I'm saying? You
know, for people that might not have seen your first interview, you know, let me go ahead and give them what episode if they want to see it. It was episode 131, and we're at 326 right now. So
gotta respect the consistency, Tony. You know what I'm saying?
If you guys want to see his full interview, go to episode 131. I'll kind of give a quick recap for an example. It's like what inspired the Friday, you know, the
40 Ounce Fridays.
The 40 Ounce Fridays, yes.
It was basically my boy Urban of all angles, who it's the running joke at this point. He's got a lot of he's got vinyl from you. And I've been telling him, just give him to me, I'll get him signed. You know, but he's like, I want to come with you. I want to meet him. Usually what happens though is we kind of spur the moment with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And but I told him, like, I'm gonna try to like really set up an interview and bring him down. But he was making some beats for me, and it was at a time where I wasn't sure if I was gonna keep making music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so basically he had hit me like, yo, Haz, you know, what are you doing? I got some beats for you. And he's a talented dude. And I just told him, like, I'm tired of making music for 10 people. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That was my thing, was like, I'm making music for 10 people, bro. Like, what are we doing, you know?
Yeah.
And you know, he understood it. And so the idea was 40 Ounce Fridays was really only supposed to be a promotional vehicle for all the music that me and him had recorded.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it took on a life of its own. You know what I'm saying? People started checking every week for it, and we just kind of kept running with it. And then what happened was we got to 40 of them. I was like, well, we did 40 Ounce Fridays. That's cool. There's only 12 more weeks for a year. Let's do a year straight. We'll cap it, and then we'll put this music out.
Okay.
And mind you, at that point, I might have had maybe 1,000 followers on IG. But it was, you know, it was like double of what I had before I started it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let's, you know, people are paying attention. Let's put this out, right? And in my head, the way I'm looking at it. But then COVID happened. So we're sitting at home, and I just kept doing them. Like there's a stretch of verses from like volume 50, volume 40 something to like volume 80 where I was recording them in my living room.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Then I was literally recording them in my living room with like, I was using 3 phones. I use my lady's phone, I use my daughter's phone, I use my phone. I had one playing the fucking beat. I had one I was recording a voice note on the iPhone.
Yeah.
And then I had one like to record the actual video. And then I would take all 3, or I would take the voice note from the iPhone and then the video. I'd email them to my boy and he would layer them. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And we did that for like 30, 40 volumes.
You know what? I do want to say something. So when people say I don't have the money, you made a way.
That's all. And so it's so funny now because obviously we've been able to kind of level it up. I'm in my boy's studio. Shouts out my boy Zico, Danny Zico at Room Z. And, you know, we've got like, you know, a lighting rack, and we've got a professional camera that we use. And at this point, these iPhones are so crazy. We started going back to the iPhones because we like the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We like the cameras on these ones. But, you know, we're recording in the Pro Tools, what have you. Really good vocal chain. Like we got a quality mic and whatnot. Yeah. But I mean, we started at my boy's pad. The very first one we did was on his. He used the Android, and then we used the Bluetooth speaker to play the beat.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now the vocal wasn't even tracked out. You know, and it's funny because that was where I was recording those songs, you know, with my boy Urban.
Yeah.
And the mic was right there, like in the first 40 ounce. I think you could see the mic off in the corner.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Bro, can you record it into the mic? Can we like, you know, is there a way that I could do this?" And I'm like, "I think so. If you have like a video editing program, you know, fly the vocal track in and layer it." And he's like, "Yeah, let's try it." So I think like volume 3 or volume 4, we tried it and it worked. And then he was like, "All right, let's do it like this. It sounds better." I was like, "All right, cool." But I mean, like, you're right though. Like, I think they say, perfection's the enemy of greatness, right? So for me, it was about just getting the idea out.
Right.
Like just rap.
And here you are now.
You know what I'm saying? 248 weeks later.
Well, you know what? And that's a great example for people that may not have like equipment, but have a cell phone.
There ain't no, at this point, there's no excuse, Tony. Like if you say like, "Oh, I need this, and this to make this idea."
Camera.
No, you don't. No, the hell you don't. Everybody has one of these.
Yes.
At this point, everybody has one of these. If you need to, you know, buy an old one on OfferUp, whatever.
Yeah.
You can't afford a phone plan? Cool. Get on your mom's Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Download all the apps are free. You know what I'm saying? And record it. If you're that nice with it, it's gonna connect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If the bars are actually there, they're going to connect. If anything, what I found was the more underproduced it was, like people had a more visceral reaction to it because it was raw.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So the one that I told you about that did like a million views in like maybe 10 hours. No, it was like 8 hours. But still, that one is the most low budget video I have on all my social medias. I'm drunk in my homeboy's living room rapping. I'm drunk in the homies, my boy Danny Zico. So it's funny because, you know, it's a full circle moment, but it was his old place. I was like blackout drunk. And I was just like, I want to rap. I'm drunk, so I want to rap. And then I just started rapping. You know what I'm saying? And it's like 2.5, 3 minutes of just bars. That is like at 14 million views on TikTok.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
How long ago did you do that?
That video, that's another thing. It's an old video. That video is from like 2017.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And it didn't really go into, because it had like maybe 15, 20,000 views on Facebook, like on my personal Facebook, but not even an artist page, because I didn't think it was professional. You know what I'm saying? I had shot like real music videos with budgets at that point. So I'm like, I'm not going to put this on my fucking artist page.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll just put it on my Facebook. It's just me rapping in the homie's living room.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, and that's got the most reaction out of anything I've done.
Do you think that this generation should be able to use any type of social media that they can, like a TikTok, like an Instagram, like a Facebook? The reason why I say that is because I tried working with younger rappers. When I say younger rappers, they're like either 19, 20, 21, 22.
Sure.
That little group. And I cannot, for the life of me, get these guys to post something on their page.
Yeah, so I think it's a double-edged sword. So one, yes, short answer, hell yes, they need to be using all these platforms.
Yes.
But two, they know how to use them. I mean, they know how to use them better than me or you. But a lot of times they're too proud. They're too cool.
That's what it is.
They're too like, oh, I don't want this. And then the big one is a lot of the apparently it's a bigger problem with like a lot of the bigger artists.
Yeah.
But they want their page to look a certain way.
And I get that.
They want their, but it's like, come on, what are we trying to promote this shit or not?
Thank you. And that's the name of the game, promoting, okay? There's a quote that says, promote yourself until it pays off, okay? Yeah. I had this one rapper that he had maybe 35,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
He took down all his motherfucking pictures and just left one up. And I was like, what is that?
So it's a marketing tactic the big labels will use sometimes. They'll tell them you'll pull everything down and then you're gonna put a black screen and then you put the caption's gonna be loading. And then it's like, oh, what? You know what I'm saying? Or they'll put some random image that has something to do with their album.
Right.
And people go crazy. Oh my God, he deleted his social media. Something's about to drop.
Very true. But when you're a mocoso still living at home with your mom.
Now here's the problem. It works for a Playboy Cardi or a fucking Little Uzi Vert or whoever the fuck, right?
Right.
Okay. But if I don't know who you are, and this has happened to me. Yeah. This has happened to me. If I don't know who the fuck you are and you come across, this has happened a couple of times, come across my TikTok or my IG, whatever, and they're like, they hit me up, hey, bro, you got bars, like, fuck with me, I do this, that, and the third. And I'm like, oh, okay. I go to their socials. Like, I'll go look at their page. And the fool got like 40,000. Motherfucker have more followers than me, whatever the case is, right? But he's got 2 pictures.
I know. I don't get it.
He's got, you know what I'm saying? He's got 2 pictures. He's got a reel. The reel is him chilling with his homies. No music. No link to music in his fucking bio. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, he has got 2 selfies, and one of the selfies has like 5,000 comments. I'm like, okay, so people, for whatever reason, he's connected. Yeah. People give a shit about what he's doing. Where's the music at? And then I'm too busy. I'm not about to go on a fucking, you know, a wild goose fucking chase and try to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me really find out what this guy's got going on. Nah, dude, to me, you another spoiled ass kid.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Because these kids, obviously, like I said, they know how to use it better than you or me. And they take that shit for granted, I think. You know what I'm saying? It's like the hardest thing to do is make people pay attention. You have people's attention and you're fucking it off.
You're fucking it off. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me give you an example of 3 artists that post every day. Mm-hmm. And I follow them every day. Mm-hmm. And they're already proven artists. Mm-hmm. They're self-made millionaires. Some of them got stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Mm-hmm. Be Real posts every day.
Yep.
Okay.
Great follow.
Snoop Dogg every day. Multiple times. I
was going to say, Snoop be posting. I feel like I'd be like, God damn, Uncle. Like, he definitely posts a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
50 Cent. Especially shit against Diddy.
50's great.
Okay. So, you know, so I'm thinking these are proven artists and these guys are not.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to understand, this new generation. But let's put that aside. We'll come back to that. I want to talk about recently, I believe it was in December, you did a show with Conejo and Mr. Criminal. It was a Christmas thing?
Yeah, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Volume 5. Uh-huh.
Okay. Where was that held at?
That was at the, hold on, it's in Boyle Heights. Hold on, I know the name of it. Don Quixote. You know the famous hall, Don Q's?
That was there?
Yeah.
I've been going there since the 80s, bro.
Yeah. DQs. And I think they've been having it there all 5 years. I know they had it there this year and last. Yeah.
Okay, now, here's the crazy part that a lot of people don't know about me and Conejo. And I say this respectfully. We've never met.
Oh, really?
We've never met. We worked at the same studio. He used to go to the same studio that my manager used to own, Scanning Studio in the city of Alhambra. And I remember when Proper Dos, my boy Ernie G, brought in a demo from, and he said, oh, this guy's from Harpies. This guy can rap. And he played the demo, and I'm going to say this. And if I ever meet Conejo, I'll tell him this, or he might be listening. He played a cassette and played it. I thought that shit was fucking amazing, bro. I'm going to tell you why I thought it was amazing. Because whoever was producing his music at that time, we're talking about 1993, somewhere around there. Whoever was producing his music at that time complimented Conejo's style, like to the fucking T, bro.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure it out. Okay, it isn't, even though we didn't call it Chicano rap, I wasn't putting it in that genre.
Sure.
And I was thinking, it's not really like East Coast, some boom bap shit. It was in its own fucking lane.
Sure.
And me, I've always liked, I've been a fan of different. Shit was different, bro.
To me, the way I look at it with him is like West Coast street gospel. You know what I'm saying? Like he's talking to your soul when he raps.
Yeah.
Like you feel every word. You know what I'm saying?
So many times he was going to the studio and I would be leaving. So we would do this.
Yeah.
Okay. And one time, and he shared this story, so I'm going to share it as well. My manager, Steve, caught him in the restroom shooting up. Tripped everybody out. Caught him red-handed. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Steve goes, yeah, man, this guy was shooting up. He said something that I'll never forget. He said, that guy is so raw, man. He makes proper those look like lighter shade of brown. That's exactly what it now, I'm quoting Steve, okay?
Yeah.
And because he was just so gangbang, so street with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, Frank and Ernie was the same way, but there were two different types of streets. You know?
Yeah. Whereas Lighter Shade was making like the party music and the kickback music. Yeah, I get what you mean. I understand. I get the metaphor.
So we've never met, even to this day. When I started the podcast, he was one of the first guys that I reached out to.
Yeah.
So we've always had more of a phone call relationship.
Sure.
We talked maybe 3 or 4 times. Yeah, I'm going to do it. And it just never happened.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, as a performer, how is he? I've never seen him perform.
Okay, so one, shouts out Underground Hip Hop Blog. The way it came about was last year. He had followed me maybe a year and a half ago on socials. I don't know, it was a couple years ago.
Yeah. At
this point. And he just reached out. Like, hey, homie, you get down. Straight up, just on some shit like that.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, good looking out, OG, you know what I'm saying? We exchanged pleasantries like kind of over the DM. I think he might have shared a couple of my 40 ounces or something on the story, you know, shit like that.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of chopped it up, like, you know, kind of brief. You know, I was busted with one of his good homeboys, who's no longer with us, rest in peace. That was my celly. So, you know, we kind of, you know, I kind of told him, you know, I was you know, with so and so, and he's like, oh shit, okay. You know, he said, yeah, it's a good homie, rest in peace. So he had hit me before, this was volume 5, so before Nightmare Before Christmas 4.
Okay. He
said, hey, homie, come through, you on my guest list. So I was like, all right. So I hit Vic at an Underground Hip Hop Blog. He goes, yeah, Rab said he got you, come through. So I pulled up. They took care of me, you know what I'm saying? Like, took me straight to VIP. They're like, here, go kick it in the green room. Okay. Like, I was watching the whole show from the green room, right? At Don Q's has 2. They got one behind the stage, and they got one pointing directly at the stage from the back. I was at the one pointing at the stage. And then my boy Mark 40 was doing the recap that night.
Okay.
So he's running around, and then he had asked me, I had my lady with me, he had his lady, and he's like, hey, bro, you want to let the ladies kick it? And I'm like, yeah, bet. So I had his lady with my lady, and we were just kind of chilling in the green room. I didn't even get to meet Conejo that night.
Really?
He had a mob around him, like people trying to take pictures. I was like, I'll get to him eventually.
Yeah.
I ended up right next to the stage. He went on stage. I'm very big on, if a dude's about to go on stage, you leave him the fuck alone. Like, whatever they need to do to get in their mental space, let them do that.
Right.
So I didn't bother him. I took some pictures, and then it just got, you know, crowded around the stage. Then it got late. Then after the show was over, I didn't want to bug him, you know.
So you just left?
I just left. I posted videos. He's like, homie, where the fuck were you at? Like, I was trying to talk to you. Like,
right.
And I was like, Spencer, my bad, whatever. Fast forward, talking to Vic had told me, like, hey, we want you on number 5. Yeah, we'll make it happen. When the first flyer dropped, I'm like, what's up? We doing it? He goes, like, I got this lineup, and I don't want you to open. I think you deserve a better slot than that, but I'm trying to juggle it. I just threw it out there. I'm like, y'all got a host? And he goes, you'll host the show? And I'm like, I mean, if you guys got a host, he goes, it's usually just my brother. He's like, you'll host it for real? And I'm like, yeah, let's run it. So he was like, bro, if you host this show, you could rap in between every act, do what you do, keep the show running. You know, it's like they gave me the keys to the kingdom at that
exactly,
point, you know?
Bro. Yeah.
So, you know, my goal that night was to give people a show. I didn't want it to feel like a showcase. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You heard one rapper, here's this rapper. You heard Cholo number 2, here's Cholo number 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's bring the banda on now. Like, I wasn't trying to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My thing was I wanted people to feel like it was a show.
Absolutely.
So I hit up every single artist. I was like, hey, look, is there anything you want me to specifically mention about you guys? I want to introduce you guys properly. You know, I pretty much knew everybody on the bill. There was, like I said, there was a grupo from, they were like from, I think, Chicago, New York, from New York and Connecticut. A couple members from Connecticut, a couple members from New York. And so I had talked to them. You know, they were the only ones I really didn't know or know of. But everybody else I had either met, done a show with, something. You know, Brownsville was there that night. They had a great, I mean, as openers, they were amazing. You know what I'm saying? Young Uno did his thing. Tumex was amazing. You know what I'm saying? The man's got one leg and he's fucking in a chair rapping in a chair. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Super on point, didn't miss a bar. Criminal did his thing, you know what I'm saying? Really, he brought just that energy, you know what I'm saying? And Rabs actually performs, Conejo performs with a live band.
Okay.
Impressive as fuck. Like, I literally, very rarely do I watch a rapper and go, I need to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, but anytime I see a rapper with a live band, that is always like, I need to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like when I see Cypress, when we see Be Real, I mean, their stage shows, obviously it's been legendary.
Yeah.
We don't even need to speak. I think that my very first time here, you asked me like, what was the first time I seen a show that was crazy?
Yeah.
I said Be Real Smoke Out at like the fucking Coliseum or some shit, like 2001, 2002. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So their stage show obviously has been what it's been, but watching Conejo with that live band, and I seen him last year, but this year I was able to like, you know, I saw his sound check. I saw, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I got to kind of see it intimately, and just a professional, a professional for real. Getting to chop it up backstage with his drummer was cool. His drummer's a cool dude. You know what I mean?
You know,
Great show.
I think it was, and this was the 5th one, right?
This was the 5th one.
I think it was the 3rd one or the 2nd one. I don't remember because I had just started this podcast and we've been doing this now 4 years.
Okay.
So I think it was either the 3rd one or the 2nd one where he calls me and he asks me, I want to give you that interview because we've been trying to get this thing going for the longest time. But the way he wanted to do it, I didn't care for it because he said, come to the show, let's do it backstage. I'm not like a news reporter, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I'm like, bro, I got to take this, you know?
Sure.
And he's like, oh, you just can't record me audio or something? No, bro. Like, I'm not going to be like, so tell us about tonight. That would be more of like hyping up the show than more of an intimate type of interview. So it never happened. Little Robert told me the same thing. He said, just come backstage. I'm not going to do all that, bro.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to do all that. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I'm just like, I really want to talk rap with you.
Yeah.
Now, as far as Mr. Criminal, never met the guy. We chopped it up a couple of times through text message. I know he was supposed to come here. We never talked dates. I mean, he just never shot me dates. And it just never happened. He started up his podcast. Now he's doing his own thing. How was his performance?
He had that energy, man. Like he very rarely do I like the, you know, the type of set where you have a lot of people on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Was it the first time you've ever seen him perform?
That was. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't usually like the performances with a lot of people on stage.
Okay, like
just
a
as
mob.
Just as a general rule, because I want to see it. I want to see what you could do. You know what I'm saying? But the way he did it, like he had his homies there. They had all the Crime Family like T-shirts and shit. You know what I'm saying? They mobbed to the stage as a unit, bro. And it was just like you could tell, you know, those people with him are with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh yeah, fuck it, you too. You know what I'm saying? Like you could tell these are his boys, right?
Yeah.
And the energy was just there. You know what I'm saying? The shit was fun. Like there's front row, like the barricade, and then there's the space between the barricade and the stage.
Okay.
Right? There's like a 4-foot gap.
Yeah.
And I was just dancing, two-stepping all in front of the stage. It was a good time. Like it felt like I felt like the different artists brought different, you know, energies to the stage.
Yeah.
And that's what was dope about it. And obviously between the openers, I had to really be side stage, ready to go, because it was, So
you were hosting this one then?
I hosted the whole thing. So it was 10, 15-minute sets. Tumex, then Criminal, and then Rabs, they had like, I don't know, Tumex maybe had 30, 40 minutes. Criminal had like 30, 45 minutes, something like that, a chunk, where I didn't have to sit side stage and babysit.
Oh, okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't have to sit there like, okay, 10 minutes, okay, one more song, 2 minutes. I didn't have to do that.
Okay.
I could just let him do his thing, and I could actually enjoy the set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was with Tumex. It was the second time I seen him. I think the first time I was like 15. I caught him at the Globe in Pomona.
Really? 15?
Yeah, I was about 15, 16 years old. Caught him at the Globe in Pomona. I wasn't even, I remember it was an in-store. It was him, bus driver, Living Legends. And I was across the street. It was in Pomona. There's a bank of, I think it was a Bank of America, like across the street. That's how far it was. That's how packed it was. You know what I'm saying? This was 2003, 2004. You know what I'm saying? This is when you could throw a fucking open mic and get 50 people for no reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this in-store, the whole store was packed. The sidewalk outside packed. Kids are bleeding into the street. I'm across the street just listening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so this time getting to see him up, kind of up close, I was like, damn, he got it. Like I said, he didn't miss a bar. Then with Criminal was the energy for me. It was just like, I was like, yeah, do your shit. You know what I'm saying?
That'll work.
It was fun. If it was fun, that was my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of his beats got bounced to him. You know what I mean? So it was that. It just the set had that bounce to it.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? I like that shit.
It's 2024, man. Did you perform at all New Year's night?
Man, New Year's night. So trip out. I go to Vegas, right? I go to Vegas for New Year's on the spur of the moment.
I would never go back to Vegas for New Year's.
So I've been to Vegas a few times for New Year's. The key, oddly enough, going to New Year's in Vegas is to not be on the strip.
Thank you.
So you can go to Vegas and you can have a good fucking time. Don't be on the strip at midnight. The worst shit ever, the stupidest thing that you can do. All right, they block off the street, I believe, from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. You could walk on Las Vegas Boulevard. And then from like 10 to midnight, they limit flow. You can't just go in and out of casinos. If you're in the casino, you're in the casino. If you're out of the casino, you're out of the casino. You're not going in. When the midnight shit happens, there ain't no going in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then a lot of people don't realize that it's Vegas, but it's Vegas in December. That's just like 38 degrees.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're most people in Vegas from Southern California, so we're spoiled. So 38 degrees for us is like, no mama, is like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bundled up. So, and a lot of people just don't really, they're not thinking that, they're not, So, but that being said, I'm driving up on the 29th or 30th. I call my boy, like, hey, fool, what's up? Vegas, Vegas for New Year's. Because there's times where he's called me and I'll meet him up there. Vice versa. I've called him. He's like, I don't know. And he'll be like, fuck it, I booked the room. Let's go. I mean, we got the frequent, casino points and shit. So we'll just go. So I hit him. What's up, bro? Come on, Vegas New Year's. Let's do it. And he was like, dude, I'm in bed. And I was like, what? He's like, I'm sick, bro. I got this flu. I'm like, oh, for real? He's like, yeah, bro. I had a cough that wouldn't go away for like a week. And then my lady just looked at me like this from the passenger seat.
Like, don't.
She's like this because I had a cough that wouldn't go away. Before I called him, I got this fucking cough that won't go away. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. It's just a stupid cough. Like, I don't know if I'm like smoking too much or what, Right. So I told her, like, I don't know what the issue is. My throat's getting scratchy talking about it.
It's all good.
So I go and I'm on the phone with him. And he's like, I had a cough for a week, bro. And then my lady just kind of stares at me like, oh, hell no. It was almost like the fool jinxed me. We were in Yermo, which is like past Barstow before Baker. By the time I got to Vegas, I had the chills. By the time I checked in, I had body aches. By the time I was in my room, I fell on the bed and I passed. It was like 4 o'clock when I checked in. I passed out. I didn't wake up till like 7:30 or 8.
Oh.
It was all bad. You know what I'm saying? I spent like 2.5 days in bed. I got up. I did get up for the countdown. We went out to Henderson, and I was gonna stay in the room. I told my buddy's got a pad out there in Henderson. He's got a real nice, like 3-story pad with a rooftop terrace, and you can see the whole strip. The strip looks about that big from his pad, but you can see the whole thing. You can see the Stratosphere Sphere all the way down to the MGM, and then you can see now they got that sphere, the MGM sphere.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
The MSG sphere. You can see it perfectly from his pad. So I'm sitting there looking. I think they did a countdown on the sphere. But so I told him, like, hey, bro, I'm a little sick. You know, I'm taking these meds, whatever. He's like, no, come through. I was like, bet. You know what I'm saying? Pop me like, I don't know, maybe like 50, 60 milligrams, some edibles. Chug some extra strength NyQuil, and I just fucking saw little midgets everywhere. I don't even.
Damn.
I told my lady, like, I saw a leprechaun. I said, was there a little person dressed as a leprechaun? She was like, no, there was a big person. There's like a regular sized person dressed as a leprechaun. I'm like, fuck. Off of them meds and the edibles, motherfucker look this big.
Wow.
So that was my New Year's, Tony.
Well, Happy New Year.
You know?
So, now let me ask you this. 2024, before we get to your new music, because we told people that you got new music coming out.
Yep.
Do you have any shows lined up where people can come see you? And if not, or maybe a few, how can people get a hold of you? Is it just through Instagram?
That's probably one of the easiest ways.
I know your tags are up.
Yeah. We do got an email right now from our management team. I believe it is, hold on, let me find it real quick. I don't want to, this is bad podcasting. But I think it's Hazard Management at Gmail. Hazard Management. Let me just make sure. Hazard Management.
I'm going to try this bottle right here.
You got to try that. That's that Fortaleza. You got to try that. You can't even find that bottle in stores right now.
Really?
Yeah. You
Want
really
another
can't.
refill?
Yeah, so Hazard with an EHAZERD management spelled all the way out at gmail.com. Any questions, bookings for shows, whatever, go ahead and hit that. Hazard management at Gmail. At I'm a Hazard on Instagram. So in relation to the new music coming, January 20th, we've been past this. It's a private event, but we've been passing out the invites pretty freely. January 20th, we're having a release party for my next single.
Okay.
That's going to be an experience. Anybody that does come out, I will be performing, but we're really trying to give, we're not even trying, we're going to give people an experience there without giving too much away because I want people to be surprised.
Yes.
But we do have, full sponsorship from, shout out my boy Lucky over at Cookies.
Okay.
And Vibes, kind of sister companies through Burner. We got a full sponsorship from Cookies and Vibes. There's going to be a ton of free goodies given away.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm telling people, come party with me. You're going to leave with your pockets full. You know what I'm saying? It's free entry. If you have the private invite link, we're not charging nobody to get in. We told people, save your money. You know what I'm saying? Come spend it at the bar with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just have a good time. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a real good time. It'll be in the greater Los Angeles area. You know what I'm saying?
All good.
But it's gonna be a real good time. We're trying to get Tony out there. We're trying to have a Tony A, the motherfucking wizard, come out.
Absolutely, man.
You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be a good time. That'll be the 20th. I'm already getting hit for like 420 shows.
Okay.
They hit me for a show in Arizona. But I told them I wasn't sure if I don't know if I want to be in Arizona for 420. I mean, I don't know what their laws are out there. I don't know what it is out there. So.
Me and High C are already booked for 420, and I wasn't too much in favor of that, but oh well.
It is what it is, you know. I mean, this is when they start. When they start booking for that, you know.
I mean, I get paid. I didn't want to be in Arizona. But anyways, tell us a little bit about this bottle, bro.
Yeah. Oh no, Fortaleza. I was just bored one day on YouTube, and there's a gentleman. He's like, stop drinking these brands of tequila, you know.
Really?
And I don't want to disparage anybody,
Of course.
you know what I'm saying. But he was basically saying if there's an actor backing a brand of tequila, it's shit tequila.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I got 15 minutes, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just listening to him talk, whatever the case is, while I was doing. So I think I was like cleaning my shoes or something. I'm just listening to him talk. I'm scrubbing my J's, you know, putting all my stuff away. And I'm like, he goes, what you should try is this. So I'm listening to him talk about the tequila. I'm like, what's the bottle look like, you know? And I look.
Yeah.
So Fortaleza, there's a family in Mexico. If I'm not mistaken, it's I don't want to mix the shit up, but I believe that this is from the Salsa family. So Salsa Tequila.
Yeah, yeah.
So the original señor that started Salsa, he been sold the company. His great nephew or his grandson or something, great grandson or his great nephew started this. And apparently the distillery they called it Fortaleza, whatever the case is. That's what the tequila is named after. But it's a certified additive free, and it just tastes good, man. It's got a smooth mouthfeel, but it does have the actual bite of tequila. You could taste the agave, is what they say.
A ver, vamos a ver.
You know what I'm saying? Try it out. It's a sipping tequila for sure.
Damn, I felt that shit go to my nostrils, like the way wasabi does when you eat.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the agave plant, right? His whole thing is, you hear about certain tequilas, it's so smooth you can't taste nothing, and he's like, that's not tequila. You should taste the agave plant, right? That's why he put it's an agave heart.
I do taste it.
You should taste the agave, right?
It opened up my nostrils.
It's nice, right? But it's not. You're not sitting there like, oh, it's.
No, I took a shower when I came outside, and my nose started to get a little stuffy because I came like right outside, and right now this opened up my nostrils. So
there we go. There we go. Salud, Tony.
Salud, my bro. Thank you.
Cheers. So, but because of that, his video's been viral for a minute now. You can't find the damn bottle. I was over at Pavilions with a buddy of mine. His wife drinks a certain champagne.
Okay.
And Pavilions has these like fire sales. They have this really crazy liquor department.
Okay.
And they have like an in-house at this specific pavilion. This is in the valley, in like a bougie part of the valley, but they have like an in-house sommelier. Like a wine expert, and then they have an in-house spirits expert.
Okay.
And so they actually put like their liquor aisle at this specific market ain't no regular shit. Like they have real limited bottles and whatnot. But they were having a sale where if you buy 6 bottles, you get a package price. You know what I'm saying? So usually like at Ralph's, I think they'd be having it, right?
Costco be doing that.
Or Costco be doing it, right? By the bulk. Well, he goes, when they have that sale, he always goes and buys this specific champagne for his lady. And he'll go buy 8 or 9 bottles of it, right? Kind of stock up, whatever the case is. She has her Sunday mimosas for the next, month. So he was going to do that. And he said, hey, come with me. If there's a bottle you want, like you can help me because it's mix and match.
So that's where you found that one?
I found this, and then I found another one called San Matias Gran Reserva. And basically, that Gran Reserva from San Matias is what 1942 kind of tried to model itself after.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's an extra añejo. From what I read, it's the original extra añejo. It's the first ever extra añejo. You know what I'm saying? It comes in it's a real simple bottle.
Right.
It comes in a black bottle. It looks like just a bottle of wine. You know what I mean? The bottle's it looks like a wine bottle. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I bought both of those bottles. Shout out my boy Miguel because he hooked it up. Off of getting the package, he got like 10 bottles of champagne, and then it was this one and the San Matias. I think I paid like $85 for the 2 of them.
That's dope, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
So yeah.
Let's switch gears for people think that we're Bevmo over here and we're selling liquor. So, okay. So you know what? Not too long ago, or earlier, when I say late last year, I want to say probably October. I was at Tony G's and a Kiki spot. And we were talking because I was putting music, mine and High C's music in the instant replay machine because that's what we put all of our music on. Okay. And he held so much love and respect to Tony and Kiki. And then recently, for quite a while, I've been seeing Julio G, who's my brother. We've been knowing each other since the 80s, reposted some of your stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I don't know how Julio knows it or if he does know you, but I know he posts people that are talented. Yeah. And then I saw you at Tony's. Yeah. Like, I guess, I don't know if it was a video on social media or a post or something like that. Yeah. Tell me about that experience, bro. Like, have you known Tony to go there? Like, or did you just hit him up? How did all that work out? Walk us through it.
Tony been showing love for, I want to make sure I got it right. Tony's been following me early, probably since like 2015, 2016.
Okay.
He was on me early, and he's always showing love. Julio was later. Julio found me off of TikTok.
Okay.
And he posted some of my shit from there onto his IG. And I was just like, yo, this is fucking Julio G, bro. Like,
yeah.
Like, this man was on the radio when I was growing up listening to the radio, right? When I, you would literally, this is before social media, I was discovering where the rap stations were at. You know what I mean? Because you got to understand, I'm 8, 9 years old when he's like king of the radio.
Yeah.
We're talking 95, 96. Yeah. So I was literally having to discover the dope stations, right?
Yeah.
And so when he was reposting some of my stuff off of TikTok, I mean, it was like Christmas and my birthday came early. Yeah. You know what I mean, all in one. I was honored. I was taken aback, And I looked at it and I was like, man, Tony and Julio, fuck with my, you know what I mean? They both rock with me. That's dope. The way I ended up going to the Hennessy Lounge, shouts out to Kiki. The way I ended up over at the Hennessy Lounge was I did Thought Fest with my boy 60 East. It's a show that he hosts right there in my city in Ontario. And I just been making noise, and he's like, bro, I gotta get you on this. Like, you the hometown hero, like I gotta get you on the show. And I'm like, let's run it, So I ended up on Thought Fest this year, and while I was there, I performed, I get off stage, and I'm just chilling, I'm hanging out. I'm watching Pharoah Monch, I'm watching Rod Digger, watching Joel Santana. And fun fact, when we always talk about performances, people blow us away.
Yeah.
Rod Digger, best set of the night. Raw fucking Digger. Full makeup. She was heels the whole nine. Got off stage. Her fucking makeup wasn't running. She wasn't sweating. My boy Mark 40 was there doing a recap for them and interviewed her backstage. And he goes, bro, she fucked that stage up for like 20, 30 minutes. And she had me going, I guess I'm a Rod Digger fan. Like, I didn't realize how many of her songs and like posse cuts. She's doing like verses from remixes and mixtape cuts and posse cuts. And I'm like, this is fucking incredible. Best set of the night in my humble estimation.
Right.
It was a little bit after Rod's set. Somebody goes, yo, Hazard. And I turned, I looked. He goes, I thought it was you. And I'm looking at this dude. I never met him before. Tall white dude. And he's like, what's up, bro? My name's Bobby, California. I'm like, oh, what's cracking, doggy? You start chopping it up. He goes, bro, I'm a big fan, yada, yada. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. Yeah. Appreciate the love. He's like, yeah, bro, I make beats and shit. Let me send you something, bro. Like, let's work. He's like, I actually work with Tony G at the Hennessy Lounge.
Okay.
He goes, they just opened that bitch back up. Like, could I get you, if I send you a beat, would you be down to go to the Hennessy Lounge? And I was like, man, I've been trying to get over there for years. You know what I'm saying? And I know they had it closed for a while. And they fully remodeled it. It looks amazing.
I was there.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, I was there when they really hadn't really opened it yet. Mm-hmm. And that's when he was just helping me do something small. So I was there like maybe 2-3 times.
Yeah.
But see, one thing about people like Tony is that I've been knowing Tony. When I say knowing, I'm not talking about personally like this. Mm. Because I was more close to Joe Cooley.
Okay.
DJ Joe Cooley than I was to Tony.
Sure.
Always was a big fan of Tony. I saw him at Radiotron when I was a teenager.
Sure.
I've heard him on the radio, but I've never had the opportunity to walk up to him and like, hey man, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
So now that we're older and I hit him up to come on the podcast and he came, and these are the type of guys, to me, I don't even care to talk production. I like talking DJing.
Yeah.
So sitting next to him, even though we're both men and he's a great producer, great DJ, I like being around people like him because I'm still learning. That's because you still love the culture, Tony. And I think that real quick, to you youngsters out there,
How old are you, Tony? You ain't got to say. But
No, I'm about to be 56.
he's about to be 56, and he said he's still learning. Like, this shit don't stop. There's no age limit on rap. We're barely watching because we had so many legends get cut short so young. Tupac didn't make it to C30. Biggie didn't make it to C30. Pun didn't make it to C30. Big L didn't make it to C30.
Old Dirty.
We thought, Old Dirty, rest in peace. We thought that rappers and people in hip hop are not supposed to be old. Right. We thought it's a young man's sport, but we're starting to see we got an old Jay-Z with the dreads. You know what I'm saying? You got Nas, who just went on his most incredible album run with him and Hit Boy. You know what I'm saying? 5 albums, back to back to back to back, like nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The Magic joints and the King Disease joints, right? Two Magics and then 3 King Disease. You know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing. So it's not just a young man's game. He still loves it. He's still learning. When I got over there, Bobby booked a session. We went to the Hennessy Lounge. I did a joint for Bobby on his beat. And then
when you're saying Bobby
California, his name is Bobby California. He's a producer. Okay. He's a dude that I met over there at the Thought Fest. Okay. But he has a relationship with Tony, and so he booked a session at the Hennessy Lounge.
Ah, okay.
We go to the Hennessy Lounge. And then Tony's like, Haz, good to finally meet you. I'm looking at him like, get the fuck out of here. Good to finally meet me. You know what I'm saying?
Tony's a real humble dude, man.
And then.
So sometimes I want to tell him, you don't know who you are.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's so funny because he's got the dope. I feel like when I'm there, man, I'll be like in hip hop university. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type
that's a great way to put it.
I'm the type of dude that when I go in the studio, I like to work. But with them, and we've recorded some stuff. But with them, my work rate is way lower than I would ordinarily be. Right. Because I'm just soaking up game. The man's got fucking stories of a Ice Cube in high school at Radiotron. He used to have to take Cube outside, and his mom will be waiting for him. She'll let him be at Radiotron till like 12, and then he had to go. Right? He's got stories of Eazy-E, rest in peace, and them. You know what I'm saying? And the amount of knowledge and just game I try to soak up, right? But after we did that first song, he started going through his catalog like, yo, Haz, let me play you some beats. I'm like, okay, right, cool. So this is Tony G, DJ Tony G's playing me beats. What you think of this one? I'm like, oh, that's dope. Oh, that's dope. You know, that's hard. Hey, you know, would you want to rap on it? And I'm looking at him like, huh? Like, what? He started airdropping me beats right there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm like looking around like, is this for real? Yeah. And then I don't know if it was the first night or the second night I was there. Julio, Kiki posted a video of us in the lab. And Julio goes, what time is he there till? I'm closing the shop and I'm coming through. So he was over there at LA Kush. He closed the shop. Yeah. He had to like run home and feed his cat or some shit. And he's like, tell him I'm gonna be there. Tell him I'm gonna be there. Comes through like at midnight just to come shake my hand and say, oh, Haz, I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking like these are the men that to me, like, I stand on their shoulders. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I say that humbly, respectfully. But these are the men that literally laid the foundation. I stand on their shoulders. I stand on the foundation of what they laid, of what they did, or what they built. And they're looking at me like, nah, you got it. It's yours now. Like, however we can help. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I've been very close to the vest about what we got going on just because I want to make sure that we come out with it properly. Yeah. But we've done I got like one or two records produced by Tony, which is fucking crazy to say. Which, you know, I got a banger from Tony G, and this is how you know greatness is really greatness. This man ain't really made music in 20 years. Right? Like actually produced and had shit come out, you know what I'm saying? Rap music, I should say. Because he's doing a lot of the souldy shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's dope, and I love that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like where they take the oldie sound, but they're, you know, these youngsters making these new records. Pretty much revamp it. It's dope. And he's doing a lot of that. But like rap music, he hasn't actively made in years. And the man's got bangers that shit on anything out right now. So I'll show you when we done. I'm gonna show you something we did. That'll work. I'm excited for that. It's like the greatness that I've been blessed to be around. Like sometimes I'll be looking around like, is this shit for real right now? See, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing.
To understand what I'm about to say right now. Okay, I was maybe 18, going to be 19, 1987 when I met Dr. Dre, bro.
Right.
To me, that was my DJ hero from the World Class Wrecking Crew.
Right.
So being in the studio with those guys and then jumping over with Quick, Second to None, AMG, I come from a different school that from different people.
Sure.
The DJ who mentored me was Joe Cooley. Everybody knows for Roadium, Joe Cooley.
Of course.
The guy who taught me how to pop, how to boogaloo, is from my neighborhood, Boogaloo Shrimp, Turbo from Breaking.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say it this way. God has blessed me to be around people that are somebody.
Yeah.
And man, I've just been fortunate. And to me, if I can pass that experience along to someone else who truly, truly wants it,
Yeah.
you know, I would do that, bro. And that's what Tony's doing.
And it's a beautiful thing. I be telling them all the time, like, yo, thank you. I'm in school right now. Like they just be gaming me up, man.
Yeah.
Like they got stories for days, and it's not the cool thing is sometimes you hear somebody that's like had their run, past their time, whatever, and they're trying to relive the glory days, right?
Yeah.
Tony G be giving me stories, and it's almost like a parable. Like this happened and this happened. So, I said that to say.
You want a beer real quick?
Yeah. Huh?
Do you want a beer real quick or no?
No, can I get a water though? Maybe? You
No,
get a water?
I don't think we have a water.
No? Well, then I'm going to keep sipping on this. I'm on a weight cut right now for this.
That's holy water.
Shouts out to, exactly. Shouts out to my
want a
management.
Pepsi? You want a Pepsi?
Not even.
Okay.
Thank you though.
Bring me the abrelatas, por favor. Okay.
But like, he be giving me stories, and it's not just like, oh, look at the cool shit I've lived. It's literally like, so I'm telling you that because I think you can do X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He's giving me all this game, and he's giving me all of this knowledge, and then telling me how it could apply to what I'm doing.
Bro, when I was there, I'm going to say this, okay? Tony didn't say this. This Tony is saying this, okay? When it comes to 1580 KD.
1580 KD, yep.
1580
Original mix masters.
When it comes to the KD, people always like to say that Greg Mack, not Craig Mack, rest in peace, but Greg Mack is the guy who started the whole mix master KD thing. He was the DJ host. I get it. He was the voice. But I am going to say this, and once again, I'm saying it. Tony G is KD.
Oh, yeah.
Tony G is KD. Talking to him and him sharing stuff with me, the beautiful stories that he shared with me, like, I almost see it like, okay, I kind of knew that. Because some of the things that he was telling me was like, bro, this man's got receipts for everything. Yeah. So, yeah, bro.
It never, and that's the thing, it never comes from a place of arrogance. It never comes from this is why I'm the shit. It literally is like, funny story about that. I'll ask him like, hey, Tony, what do you think about XYZ? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again, I feel like I'm in rap university, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm sitting there like, Tony, what you think about that? I was thinking about doing this. What do you think? When Easy first brought Bone Thugs to me, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I remember they were just quiet, sitting in the corner. And it's just like the amount of knowledge, right?
Yeah.
And it would be one thing, like I said, if he was just like, look at me and look what I've done. But it's not that. It's literally check it out. That's a great question. Well, I seen this artist do this. And obviously nowadays the game has changed with this and this, but I think you could use that here.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So a huge shout out to Tony G. Shout out my boy Kiki over there at the Hennessy Lounge. And then Julio for just like embracing me with open arms, man. Like, I always say this, I feel like there's a bad rap of like old heads in hip hop, right? Of like, the old heads don't want to fuck with. No, not at all. They're more than happy to share their knowledge.
I'm glad you're sharing.
You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like a lot of times, either some of these young dudes are either too prideful, or maybe they lack that literal communication skills, and it's awkward for them. They don't know how to approach it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have dickheads. It's gonna happen. But what I say is like, just talk to these fools. They're men. Just speak to them as men. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to throw the word respect around. They like to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they don't know the first thing about it, right? And it's just like, what I've found is speaking to these men as men, they've been so humble and giving with their knowledge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just like, and I'm sorry, man, but they run in circles around some of these younger fools. Like with the production, with the DJing. I sat there and watched Tony for the first time in a minute, just trying to warm the decks up at the Hennessy Lounge and figuring out like, oh, okay, there's I think he said there was either a delay at his pad or there's a delay there. There was with the mixer, whatever. And he was like, okay, so he's like, I'm just trying to get back into it. And I'm watching this man warm up, juggling, killing. You know what I mean? I'm looking at Kiki like, fucking for real, bro? Like, oh, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
I just get to watch that.
Yeah.
Like, no big deal.
Yeah.
Like, yo, Has, would you? I'm just like looking at this dude like, come on, Tony.
Right.
Like, you mean, what you mean? What do I think?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's been really great. Shouts out to Kiki, like I said, for opening the Hennessy Lounge to me that way. Shouts out to Tony.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Julio, just for embracing of Vato. It's like, you know, when they say there's that phrase, idols become rivals, but it's like when the fools you look up to embrace you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like
you know
that's me. You know, that's for me.
You know, and look at much love and respect to, you know, once again, Julio and Tony and Kiki. One thing I want to say, one thing I do not like about this generation, guys that, in my opinion, and I'm going to say this respectfully, bro, in my opinion, have not accomplished shit and are demanding flowers.
The way I look at it is, I think it's the immediacy of the generation. For instance, the fact that I could start a TikTok and never have a TikTok and then have 1 million views in 10 hours, right? I think it's that. It's like, oh, I made it already. Like, you ain't made shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I'll get a lot of people who are genuine fans of what I do, and they're like, hey, yo, you a legend, bro. And I'm like, I got way too much work to do for that word yet.
Yes.
But thank you. I understand what they're saying is they rock with me. They fuck with me every week. They love what I do. They feel like, you know, every verse that I drop is fire. They're cheering for me, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But I tell them, I all the time on the DM, because I'll get that, you're legend, and I'll be like, far from it, but I'm trying to get there. You understand what I'm saying? And for me, the way I look at it is, I ain't done shit yet. Like I'm doing something every week, and I'm pushing forward, and I want this, and I'm trying to go places that no Mexicano has really been before, for sure. But I just feel like I got so much left in the tank. It's almost like I'll be cheating myself if I demand flowers. I know. I'm like, bro, I got so much left to do. Why would I want it to be over? Because to me, if you're asking for your flowers, don't get me wrong. I think that people that have accomplished something, we should cheer for them while they're here. It shouldn't be a mural on the wall when you're dead. You should celebrate people while they're here.
Absolutely.
1,000. But my thing is almost like, bro, it almost feels like you guys are asking to have your career be over already. Pat me on my back. I've already done enough. Yeah. And for me, it's like, hell no. I'm trying to go still. No. Like, I'm hungry for this. Like, I want this shit bad. You know what I'm saying? Of course. And so it's like, for me, it's like, nah, I'm cool. We good. I don't need respectfully, I don't need no flowers. I'm good. Watch me go. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. You could leave me off of every hottest rapper out list. I don't care about none of that shit. I genuinely don't. Right. Because my thing is like, I ain't worried about none of that. People will be like, yo, they made a list, you weren't on it. I'm like, who? Okay. I'm like, who made a list, right? They're like, oh, this person or this outlet or this, whatever the case is. And I'll go look at it, right? And I'll look at the people on the list. Yeah. Very respectfully, I'm like, who the fuck is half the people on? I don't even want to be on this list. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm focused on a whole nother trip. I'm on a whole different, you know what I'm saying? I'm a whole different trip. So my thing is like, why would you cheat yourself of really, really, really accomplishing something? You know what I'm saying? No, absolutely. You want motherfuckers to suck you off and pat your back, and you ain't done, like you said, you ain't done nothing. Yeah. What's your why? What have you really? You know what I'm saying? I dropped a selfie last week and it got 1,200 likes. Fucking so.
Yeah, like there was a guy here well, when I say here in LA, they hit me up and he said, yo, let's get one in. That's all he said. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. He had a blue check mark and everything. Never heard of the motherfucker. Like, seriously. No disrespect, but never heard of the motherfucker. So, and then he just tells me, hey, man, let's get one in. And I was like, get what in? I want to get an interview. And I said, okay. Go to roadiumradio@gmail.com. Send me your music. Send me some links. Excuse me. Send me a short bio. I'm going to go from there.
Yeah.
You know what his response was? He put, LOL, what? I'm certified. That's what he put.
Certified nurse's assistant, certified paralegal,
Certified leva.
certified. I don't know the gentleman. I don't even know who you're talking about. But I'm just saying, certified what?
Because he had a fucking blue fucking check mark.
That you can buy.
That you can buy.
That there's on record you can buy.
That's what he said. He goes, I'm certified. And I was like, look, with all due respect, homie, I never heard of you. Send me your music. Send me a short bio. So that way I can read your history. That way we can have something to talk about.
Yeah.
He said, just get me on and I'll take over. And I'm like, all right, we're good. This is the part of the generation that I deal with when I do interviews, bro. Because a lot of them, it's the sense of entitlement. Yeah. It's a sense of giving me my flowers. Because I have 300,000 followers that you could probably buy. Yeah. And I probably bought my blue check mark. Yeah. And I'm probably sleeping on my mom's couch.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So I just wish that, and I'm not going to say the entire young generation because I'm not going to do that. But there are people in this generation that just need to fucking slow down.
I think that I feel like each one teach one, and I was just over chopping it up with Self Provoked.
I've never heard of them.
You never heard of Self Provoked?
No.
All right. So Self Provoked had a run on kind of the local underground scene. Okay. I think he started like as a graffiti head, and then he was rapping about graph, and then he got a buzz, like I think on MySpace, and then it carried over into that, like when I Suppose was running around throwing a lot of shows and whatnot.
See, I don't even know who that is.
No? Okay. See, so this is like 2012, 2013.
Okay, but let me explain why.
Yeah.
Okay, and I always told people, all my fans know, since I started Roadium Radio, I've always said this. In 2002.
Oh, you left the game for a cool minute.
To 2017. So if you came out within that 15-year span, I never heard of you. And it's so sad that a lot of artists get upset with me, like, what the fuck you mean you never heard of me?
Yeah.
And I was just being honest.
You were raising a family and being a man and living your life.
I've never heard of you, bro.
So Self Provoked has really a solid fan base. He's transitioned out of making music, and he's managing this young kid named Genesis. Okay. Genesis is a singer. I think you would like the kid. I'll link you guys. Okay. I'll try to alley-oop any interview I can.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
And I think you would. I like this kid's spirit. And we were chopping it up, and he was like, yo, bro, you legendary with it. And I was like, nah, man, I got work to do. You know what I'm saying? But thank you. I appreciate you, you know? Then I heard him, and he sings. And I liked his vocals. I thought he was, great. And then I go to introduce myself like an asshole. I go to introduce myself to Self Provoked. He used to have long hair. He had shaved his head. You know what I'm saying? He had the hoodie up with the glasses. I didn't recognize him. I'm like, oh, what's going on, bro? Has he goes, Self Provoked. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't recognize you, dog. What's cracking, fool? You know what I'm saying? We start chopping it up. And I said that to say, he's kind of got the kid Genesis kind of under his wing, and he's managing him, but he's really trying to show him the ropes. Yeah. And you can see it. You can see the hunger in Genesis, like, when he's talking, when he's singing, when he's doing his thing. But you could also see that he's like, I'm happy to be here. I'm grateful to meet these people. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like if the problem with rap, I've always felt this way, people have brought it up, it'll probably never happen just because of the way entertainment is. Yeah. I feel like we need some kind of like union apprenticeship system. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I just feel like anybody, and especially today, we were just talking about it. You got a phone, you could be the hottest shit in 2 months if you're clever with it, right? Yeah. The problem with that is these kids are flying, and it's no diss to it. It's not a generational thing, but I'm just saying people are like flying by the seat of their ass, and they're not learning shit, really, right? And so you got to think, you have people, and this was an A&R was talking about this. You have people with a hit record that have never done a show, right? But they get a record, it hits on TikTok, the little 15-second super catchy snippet goes, and it's been shared 15 billion times. It's a certified hit. Okay, well, what do you do with that? You got to sign that, right? Okay, it's the hottest record out. We're going to go and we're going to put you on the biggest stages. You're on roll. You've never done a show. You're on Rolling Loud, right? And then se nota, like you could tell they're on stage. You're like, what the fuck is this? This is a terrible live show, right?
Yeah.
They didn't spend years performing at half-empty bars. You know what I'm saying?
That's it right there.
Honing the craft, performing for the fucking bouncer, the DJ, the bartender, and 15 of your closest fans. The story that you always have is the time you guys were either in New Mexico or whatever the case was with Quick, and you said, we're going to treat this shit like a live sound check. This is a dress rehearsal.
Yes.
And you said you guys gave the, however many people it was, you guys gave them the fucking best show of their lives.
Absolutely.
And they'll never forget that show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You told them, fuck it. We got paid. We here.
Yes.
We already got our bag.
Yeah.
Let's go out there and give them the best dress rehearsal that they've ever seen in their fucking lives.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But there's a lot of people that are either the song blows up so big, you can't, in fairness, if you have 15 billion like, I can't put them in a fucking open mic. Like, this is the hottest song in the nation.
Right.
We gotta put them out. But it's like they don't know how to hold the microphone. They don't know where to stand by the monitor so they don't get feedback. They don't know how to work with an in-ear or without an in-ear. You know what I'm saying? They literally don't know if they like an in-ear or they don't like one, right?
Right.
They don't know what mic their voice sounds the best on.
No, you're right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because obviously,
I probably never showed it to a mic check.
Sure, obviously the standard, I forget the mic, but it's like the standard wired in mic. It's like the best live mic. I found that my voice is naturally a little nasally. So what I found was the Sennheiser, I forget which mic it is, but it's a Sennheiser wired in mic, has a little more low end on it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the mic I use. You know what I'm saying? I figured out like my voice sounds better. Yeah. It's a small difference, but I like how my voice sounds on this one better because there's a little more natural. There's a little more added low in there, right? I don't got to sit there and tell a sound man like, hey, bro, I could literally plug in shit sound and go. You know what I'm saying? So I use a Sennheiser. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it's me performing in front of 10 people. Me performing for 2 of my homeboys, my lady. She brought a coworker. It's the bartender. I'm pissed because I didn't sell enough tickets. You know what I'm saying? I had to like basically pay to be on the show. All of that, right? It's years of that. You know what I'm saying? And to the point where it's like now, at the drop of a dime, I'll give you a great set. What do you want? You want 10, 15, 20? I can give you 30. What do you want?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your budget for me? And then what's the time allotment you have for me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or, for instance, in the case of The Nightmare Before Christmas, Volume 5, fuck it, I'll host the motherfucker. Watch this, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Motherfuckers are going to walk away talking about, I think the host was my favorite part of the show.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? With respect, I got to say, with respect, the headliners killed, that was, you know what I'm saying? But I had people reach out to me. I ain't never seen a host kill a show. You know what I'm saying? And that was an honor for me. I took that seriously because Rabs was so amazing, because Criminal brought it, because Two Man's brought it. I had to come with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, to me, I feel like it's the immediacy of this generation. And it's not really an age thing because I found, Bozo's spoken about this. He feels like social media has got older men acting like kids because they're seeking the same validation, right? Because they want that, you know what I'm saying?
You're absolutely right, bro.
So it's like, for me, I just feel like sometimes we need to kind of take a deep breath and, like, you know what I'm saying? Take a fucking step back, have a Coke and a smile. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
How would you feel about me? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Since you brought that up, older men. I'm an older man. I'm 55. In March, I'll be 56. Okay. let's just say right now, I started getting face tattoos.
Right.
What would you think about me? Be honest.
I mean, I've seen it. I've seen certain entertainers start to go that route at older in life.
Yeah.
And why? To me, I'm just being real. Like, but why? You know what I'm saying? Like, for what?
Look, if I didn't get them back then when I was a teenager,
Sure.
Look, I always wanted my neighborhood in my stomach, bro. I always did. That was the thing to do.
Sure.
You get wheel marks on your stomach.
Sure.
Other guys got in cursive their neighbor wheel marks on their back of their neck.
Yeah.
Never on the side, but or never on their face, but it was like right here.
Mhm.
I never did, bro. And I always wanted to, but when I wanted to, always when I was drunk. And I said to myself, if I'm sober and I still want it, then I'll fucking get it.
Mm.
But only one thing I ever feared, and that was my mom.
See, she loved you. And you knew it, right?
Yes.
I just feel like when it comes to that, for me, it was the same thing. When I was in a joint, I almost got my face tattooed. I almost got my head tattooed like 4 different times. I almost got the top of my head tattooed.
Yeah.
I almost got the whole from ear to ear. I almost got from ear to ear tattooed. I almost got my whole throat blasted. And then I almost got my face blasted. This is 4 different, 1, 2, 3, 4. On 4 different occasions.
Yeah.
And every single time, okay, the top of my head, the stencil was laid. Okay?
Oh shit.
The wrap around my head, the stencil was being hard lined with pen.
Okay.
And we were getting ready to put deodorant, right? My face, it was like, te toca, you're next, go ahead. The throat was, we were talking about it, after chow, right? And every single time we got locked down, something happened, right?
Yeah.
And I was pissed every time.
Yeah.
But the last one was my face. I was supposed to get something right here underneath my eye. And it was an idea I had.
Yeah.
And I had a bunch of homies from the area. And I was like, hey, it would be tight if we did this. And the homie was like, hey, that's hard. Let's do it. So the homie got it. The homie got a tattoo. Then another homie got it. And then they had actually paid the tattoo artist. It was your idea, bro. We paid for you. Like, you straight. Go ahead. And I was like, all right. Lock it down. Emergency count. And I remember boy looked at me like, you want to do it? And I was like, nah, bro, I'll wait till after count. Let's do just in case, bro.
Right.
We ended up being slammed for like 9 months.
Oh shit.
There was a huge. So what had happened that morning, was there were 2 separate, unrelated, but there were 2. We were out of state. We were out of state in private correctional facilities because of California overcrowding, and in Mississippi and in Oklahoma, there was an inmate on staff assault. In those 2 separate facilities.
Yeah.
And they were trying to claim that they were planned. It was.
Oh, okay.
And that I was in Arizona at the time, and they were saying that we were next. So they slammed us down, and we were slammed for, like I said, like 8, 9 months. You know what I'm saying? And I had my face shot ready to go.
No shit.
And so I always said that was the one. That was the last one, my face. And after that, I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to tattoo my head or my face.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to do that. Like and that was the last one, but each one was worse. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like each time, like the first time it was like emergency count, and then it was just like overnight. But I was like, I can't leave this stencil on my head. You know what I'm saying? I washed it, so I scrubbed it off, and then the one around the ear, like I said, it was something happened. I might have went to the hole, and then my throat, we had talked about it, didn't happen, and then my face, and with my face, I was like, we got slammed for 9 months. I was like, yo, I don't think I'm supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, with me, it's like I didn't get them when I was young. I'm not going to get them now. Even though, again, I'm not saying this to be disrespectful to anyone. I see dudes my age that I grew up with that are barely getting their face tatted and their head tatted.
Sometimes too. Now, what I will say to that is this: if you've been collecting ink your whole life, and you're out of real estate, and you're really about the tattoo culture,
right?
So you're sleeved down, your entire front of your shirt,
right.
your entire back piece, you hasta las nalgas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're like all blasted, and you're out of space.
Yeah.
And you're literally like, nah, I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish what I started.
Right.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But if you got like mi querida madre, you know what I'm saying? Your area code right here, fucking dirty ass sucia jaina right here. You know what I'm saying? The hot Cheeto character vato over here. And then for whatever reason, you're like, sabes que, you know what I'm gonna do, dog? I'm gonna fucking, I'm gonna put smile now, cry later on my fucking forehead.
I'm already crying.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yeah, pa que way. I agree with you on that one, like for sure.
It's all good, bro. Let's promote your single.
Yeah.
Okay. Who produced it?
B Major.
Okay.
So my manager, my manager got beats. He was here last time. My boy Warren, when we did calls with the Wizard.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember.
So he was here last time. You had like an emotional ass moment with him on camera. You thanked him for coming with me, for rocking with me. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm trying to remember though.
Yeah. Black dude, glasses.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah. So him. So as my manager, we've been working on music forever, and he had kind of stepped out of producing on the day-to-day.
Yeah.
But he was like, bro, I rock with you from the Jump Street, and I really believe that you got this, and you're about to do something. Like,
right.
Can I help manage you? And I was like, let's go. Like, let's push. I trust you. So
is he still managing you?
Yeah.
Dope.
So he had a connection with this dude B Major, and B Major shot me some beats before. I had recorded on a couple of them. B Major just opened a studio in Pomona. Really nice 2-room, 3-room setup. Really, really nice. And he asked me to come through, went through. Very first beat that he played was the beat for this. The song's called Vibe Out. He played about 10 seconds of it, and I was like, what you turn that off for? I turned it back on. He goes, I'm going to play you some more shit. And I'm like, no, just let that play. It was the very first beat. I had the hook probably in about 5 minutes. And then I was like, all right, let me let it hook. He's looking like this. He's looking at me like, what? I'm like, pull it in Pro Tools. Let me let it hook. So he might use Logic, but he put it into the program. I laid the hook. I'm like, all right, cool. Let that loop with 16 after it. Like, just let it go. So he's playing it. I laid the first verse. I went back. I laid my ad libs. I went back. I did the second verse. Laid my ad libs. Within an hour and a half, I want to say, we had the song laid. And he's looking at me like this, like, because he never seen my creative process in person.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, I'm like, I think we got one, fellas. You know what I'm saying? And I remember we're sitting there listening, and, the hook is, the hook says, I just want to vibe out, right? And so my manager was like, hey, bro, like Vibes Papers. I've been working with Cookies for a minute now. They sponsor me. Shouts out my boy Lucky from Santa Monica. Their sister company is Vibes Rolling Papers, Vibes Clothing. Burner, entrepreneurial dude. He had bought the Vibes brand, started pumping it. He didn't like where the vision was going, so I think he had some investors. He bought the company back and he kind of retooled. And about 6-8 months ago, they really started pushing kind of the new wave, if you will, of Vibes. And I knew my boy Lucky was heavily involved.
Yeah.
So I sent him the record that night. I'm like, what you think of this, Lux? Like, tell me what you think of this record. He's like, I love it. What are you doing with it? And I was like, I just recorded it, man. But I was thinking maybe we could, it feels like a single. And maybe we shoot a video to it and we get a bunch of Vibes clothing and Vibes paper, like branding in the video. And he was like, yeah, I love it, bro. Let's do it. And Lucky just really believes in me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is a dude that's built brands, man. He started with Supermax Hardware, in the 90s.
Okay.
Joker brand streetwear.
Okay.
Famous Stars and Straps, the Hundreds. You know what I'm saying? Now he's at Cookies. You know what I'm saying? He's a branding fucking expert. You know what I'm saying? This man is a legend at what he does. In the fashion and branding world, that man is what Tony G and Julio G are. You know what I'm saying? Dope. No exaggeration. And so I just told him, like, look, man, I feel like maybe we could do some kind of co-branding marketing here. It's a fit. The Cookies brand has really embraced me. They've shown me a lot of love. Thanks to him.
Right.
And so I told him, like, what's up? And he was like, I love it. Let's do it. So, I planned the video out with my boy C's over at Street Kings, cannabis company right here in downtown LA.
Right.
We got a play going right now. Hazard sticks, pre-rolls. It's gonna be a pre-roll cannabis cigar.
Yeah, I know you gave me something that night in Bakersfield.
Yeah.
You gave me like a little package.
I gave you, we got you guys the box, exactly.
Yeah.
So we actually, I got a pre-roll coming out with them.
Dope.
And because of my relationship with Vibes, we've kind of co-branded there. So it's gonna be a 2 gram pre-roll in a Vibes paper with a glass tip and with Street Kings flower in it. And so we just got a lot of synergy, with Vibes papers, with Street Kings. So my boy C's from Street Kings helped me kind of lay the video out. He's done a lot of acting. He was on he was in the Mayans. You know what I'm saying? He's done some background work and whatnot. And so he actually made a cameo in the video.
You got shot it already?
We already shot it. It's coming out the 15th.
Dope.
The video's dropping the 15th. And we're gonna have like a screening release party on the 20th for just the single. That's how much we believe in the single. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, my boy helped me out. My boy C's helped me out.
Any features in the single, or is it just all you?
It's me.
Okay.
It's just me.
2 verses or 3 verses?
2. I be wanting to throw a 3rd verse on everything, Tony. I really do. But it's just like the attention span of people today.
Okay. Hold on. No. Okay. I got a bone to pick with that whole attention span thing. I'm gonna tell you why. Knee deep. Okay, on a 2-inch reel, it's about 15 minutes. Okay. The whole reel is 15 minutes. Knee deep, I think it's about 12 minutes.
Yeah.
More bounce is about 8 minutes. You got Atomic Dog, which is about 10 minutes.
Yep.
Look, good music has no expiration date. We be playing those fucking songs all the way through. To me, if the song is dope, it's dope.
Yeah, okay? Absolutely.
So my thing is, if you truly believe in your music and you believe that it's a 3rd verse, do it, bro.
Yeah, trust me, I be wanting to. They be like, you did 2 verses, you good. Like, you know what I mean? And that being said, I love the record. I love how it sits. It feels good. It feels complete. It doesn't feel like I short, because it's 2 16s. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it doesn't feel, it's not. I look at the runtime, I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's a short song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it does feel complete. You feel like you listen to a record when it's done.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I'm very proud of it. We're dropping the 15th. My boy C's had a plug for me. We went, I hollered at Ilka from GT Digital. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I want to distribute this. Okay. I want to properly distribute and market this record.
Yeah. Alex.
So get the man a beer. so
taking a hit.
So I, my boy C's has a relationship over there. With Gotos, with Ilka.
Bro, I'll call Gotos right now, bro.
And so
Gotos is my good friend.
So C's had a relationship with him. He had done a movie. Okay. I think a movie with him. And I told him, hey bro, let's actually distribute it. We shot the video and he called me the next day. He's like, Carnal, I really think you did something here.
Yeah.
That video felt good. The song's amazing. I can't stop playing it. I think you got one. And I was like, thank you, man. I appreciate it. And he's like, we got to put this out, bro. Like, we got to get this on the radio. And, he doesn't know the ins and outs of the industry.
Right.
I told him, like, well, if you feel that way, we got to distribute the record. Like, I can't throw it on DistroKid. You know what I'm saying? Right. We got to get some marketing and some distribution behind it. So I was like, I know you got a relationship, over there at GT Digital. Make a phone call for me. Let's get this record actually distributed, right? He made one phone call. We had a dinner 2 days later. Sat down with Ilka, right? We were at El Cholo right there in DTLA.
You sat down with who?
Ilka, you know who Ilka is, right?
No, I don't know who that is.
No, the homegirl, she kind of is the West Coast liaison for GT Digital.
Oh,
Southern California.
Oh, yeah, she's the manager. If I'm correct for Goto, yeah.
Goto's manager.
Yes.
So I sat down with her. We had dinner. And we were at El Cholo right there, right around the corner from Staples.
Yes.
And sat there, chopped it up. And she was like, let's do it. Like, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I can't pay for somebody to actually believe in what I'm doing. Right. The same reason I sat down and had these conversations with Tony G.
Yes.
Same reason I sat down with Julio. It's like for people to actually for real believe in what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Right.
I'm looking for something to show you.
Yeah, for sure.
Go ahead.
And for me, it's like the proof was in what was offered to me. You know what I'm saying? It was very much so, no strings attached. Like, hey, let's see if it works. If it works for you, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if it don't, no, we tried it. Right. And when I seen that, you know what I'm saying, and keeping my masters, the whole thing, all that good stuff and whatever, and having a real quality shot to really promote this record. Right?
Yes. You feel good about it though?
I felt like I was a fool to not do it. You know what I'm saying? I genuinely felt that way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thoroughly excited. You know, I feel like
when's the last time you felt this way?
Okay, I definitely felt that way being in the Hennessy Lounge, recording with Julio, recording with Tony.
Yes.
But before that, probably when I watched my shit kind of go viral. You know what I mean? All over social media. Probably then. Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to find this picture that I want to show you. Because Gotos collabed with me. And I know I have it here somewhere. Unless he took it down and it disappeared from my page.
Right.
But I want to show you something really quick. Hopefully I can find it. If not, I could show you afterwards. Here we go, right here. I think, look at it right there, zoom in. I think that's her in the black little outfit.
That's
okay, that's her.
Yeah, that's her.
So
the reason why I bring her up and the reason why I got to shout her out is because when we were in Bakersfield, Gotos was there.
Yeah.
And Gotos was like, "What's up? Like, what you doing?"
Yeah.
I'm like, grinding. You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Hey, bro, I ain't seen you with nobody. I ain't seen you with no label or nothing." I'm like, "Cause no labels are talking about shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just being real. I could do bad all by myself.
Yeah.
The fuck am I gonna go sign for the sake of I signed? That don't make no sense to me.
It doesn't make no sense.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing was just like, nah, let me get it how I live. You know what I'm saying? If an opportunity presents itself to make sense, then we could talk."
Yeah.
So his thing was like, "Hey, baby, give me 10 songs. I'll show you what I could do. How about that? Just give me 10 records. I'll show you what I could do." And I was like, it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I didn't know, I didn't know him from you know what I'm saying, from my neighbor that I don't talk to, right? So my thing was like, okay, good looking. I'll file that one away. But I talked to my boy C's after that, and you know what? So C's was there that night. He was the gentleman that presented you with the box.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's my boy C's.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. No, you know, our thing genuinely with the street. The reason why I rock with Street King so tough is they really believe in representing for our gente in the cannabis space, because we're actually, you know, we're severely underrepresented in the legitimate cannabis space. Of things, bro. But specifically in the cannabis space. Shouts out to Burner, obviously what he's done, and he's very much so big on I am Latino, and he's very proud of it, and that's very dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's him, and then that's really it. In terms of our representation in the industry, it doesn't really exist. So they're very big on it, and they want to show that we are major players in the game. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then beyond that, though, they feel like, you know, everybody should be able to smoke the, you know, most finest quality herb that they could possibly, you know, pass around.
The most,
you know what I'm saying?
Agave.
And drink the finest tasting agave, right? So, but in all seriousness, that night I had met Gotos, and you know, we had a conversation, whatever the case was.
No, that night he actually introduced me to Burner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm supposed to get him over here. I was supposed to have Burner here about 2 years ago.
Oh, word.
So Gotos, I'm calling you out. You know,
that'll be a great Burner's just a cool dude, man. And
very humble guy, bro.
Very, very, very humble. And we had a great convo that night. We've had a couple conversations, you know, him and I, and he's just, you know, he a genuine dude. Like, you know, that laid back, like super cool stoner. That's not a persona. That's really him. Yeah. Like he really just be chilling, smoking his weed, making his music, bothering nobody, making a fuck ton of money, but bothering nobody. Right. Yeah. And so that night we chopped it up. We had a cool conversation. But that was kind of it. Speaking of Gotos, the person who ran point on me, and that I got to give it up to her, is the homegirl Ika. You know what I'm saying? Like she really, she ran point on it. She texts me all the time. You know what I'm saying? She's the person I communicate with.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? And again, just believes in Vato. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
dope.
I genuinely appreciate it.
You know what? I got nothing but love for Goto. As a matter of fact, on Sunday, I'm going to give him a call, and we're going to be live on the phone with him. And I tried to, like, share a little warning with him because he's got this motherfucking leech over there kissing his ass by the name of Little One from San Diego. And I try to warn him about him, but you know what? I love you, Gotos, but you got a snake in the garden, homie. But anyway, let's move on.
Oh, man. Yeah. You got more beef than USDA, Tony. I didn't even know. Really? I didn't know.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. When I consider people friends and they turn on me for no motherfucking reason, the last person that you want to be your enemy is me. Because one thing about me, bro, not only do I have a platform, but all I have in this world, and I'm quoting Scarface, is my word and my balls.
And I don't break them for no one.
Exactly. So when all I've done is treat you good and had nothing but mad love for you, and then out of nowhere you just fucking flip the script and you're like, oh, fuck Tony A. Okay, mamon, wait till I fucking see you. So we're good. But you know, Alex, hey,
my boy got more beef than a Korean barbecue buffet, homie.
You know what happened? You know what's crazy, bro? It's like this. I've never started it. It's always been somebody like, somebody posted, say, fuck Tony A. Let me go in the comments. Yeah, fuck Tony A. So then you know what I do? I read that comment. I call him, hey, bro, you said fuck Tony A? Well, you know, it's just that I support his podcast. Go fuck yourself.
I don't get it. Look, I'll be honest with you, right? I know you've had certain run-ins with certain people.
Mm-hmm.
What I'll do or not, what I'm not going to do, I should say, right, is I'm not going to speak about that person to you.
Of course.
I'm not going to speak about you to that person, and we're going to leave it at that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that type of shit, the way I look at it is, that's your guys' situation.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? If two men have a disagreement,
yes,
I'm a woman if I get in the middle of that shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And ain't no bitches over here in my hood don't make them like that. So the way I look at it is, I'm never going to gas up anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But also, what kind of man would I be?
Yeah.
You've opened your doors to me. You've never been nothing but cool to me.
Yeah.
So what kind of man would I be? Like, oh yeah, fucking Tony. Yeah, blah. I'm not doing that, bro.
See, Hazard,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's what I love and respect about you, because I've had people here that I've given them their first live podcast interview, and I've never done nothing to them. I walked them to my home. They sat here across from me and drank with me, and it's been nothing but love.
Sure.
But as soon as another podcaster says something about me, fuck that motherfucker, and I don't understand that. I'm like, bro, like, you have my number, you can call me.
I don't play those games. And if I know that it's something, because you know, if I know that there's something going on between two people, I've done it. I've been like, hey, look, I know you got X, Y, and Z going on. If we could just like avoid the conversation while I'm on here, I don't got no problem with him. You see me here with you, I'm not gonna be phony like that.
Right.
I'm not gonna egg that shit on. Then also for me, the way I look at it, I always look at it from the perspective of, what if you guys are really serious and you have a real issue with each other, right?
Right.
And then what if I'm on and I'm hee-hee-ha-haing and I make the situation worse?
It makes it look like you're in on it.
Or even worse than that, it makes it look like, or not make it look like anything. What if you guys really take it there?
Yeah.
Right? And the little hee-hee-ha-haing I did was a straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
And somebody really ends up hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't ever look at it like, oh, any promo is good promo. No, I always look at it like, what if it really goes there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for me personally, like, I don't want to see it go there. Like, with that, behind some rap shit, behind some podcasting shit. You know, that's why I said right now, when you were, talking about Little, I'm like, oh, really? I know. You know what I'm saying? But I said that to say, You know what I'm saying? Like, what if you guys do see each other, and what if there is violence behind that, and me being, oh, wow, damn, Tony, what? You know what I'm saying? And I cause it to be worse. So my thing is like, just as a man, you know what I'm saying, and doing time, I was tired. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You get fucked up. You get checked for trying to make a situation. Oh, you instigating the shit? You chismosa like that, dog? Watch it. Come here. Now you got something coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't play those games. I don't like any posts from anybody.
Right.
That this person shitting on this rapper shitting on it. And I've been where I like this rapper and I like this rapper. I ain't getting involved. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, Haz, what you did? I'm not getting involved. That's your guys' issue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, but you've never seen me post anything about anybody. Okay.
Right.
So my thing is this. I'll leave it at that. And that was something personal.
Sure.
So because I'm wanting a friend, I'm not trying to get you involved by any
No, and I know that. I know. Like I said, I just try to lead with love. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But genuinely. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and try to be like, oh, I'm about positivity, and then shit on everybody that I can when I get it. You know what I'm saying? No, genuinely.
Right.
Like I'm really trying to lead a positive life. And then also too, not for nothing, but this shit's bad for business. Sometimes people think that the little bump they get in views or streams is good for them.
No, it's not.
But now this promoter don't want to book you guys on the same show, right?
Right.
If it's rappers, right? Oh, shit, who do I book? Okay, well, I can book him on the Cinco de Mayo show. I'll book him on the 420 show, him on the Cinco de Mayo show. You know what I'm saying? But I can't book them both. You know what I'm saying? Nah, fuck. I can't have these guys at the same show. You guys are fucking up each other's money.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I'm not a rapper, so that's a good thing.
For you, yeah, you get to, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just how I look at it, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know how far left that situation is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say it for any other reason than genuine respect for you, and because that dude has been just on the DM cool to me. Genuinely hope that could work out however you guys see fit.
Yeah,
all good. Saying?
Alex, put the number up. Let's take some phone calls.
Take some fucking phone calls, baby.
Hey, let's go. Let me connect.
Do I got to put the headphones on for this?
Let's wait till we get at least our first phone call.
I bet.
Some guy accused me of like, I've been calling in. And I'm like, bro, I got the phone right here. I didn't see you call in. So, let's see. A ver qué pasa. And there it is there. So once again, go ahead and call in. If you got the balls, make the calls. And let's do this. Who wants to call in and hear Hazard Freestyle?
Oh, what are you doing?
Okay, or bust a verse.
We
Or bust a verse.
Oh man.
Fuck it, I'll bust a verse.
Yo.
Okay, the number's up. Let's see. If not, we're gonna continue to chop it up. And anybody wants to call and ask me a question or ask Hazard a question, let's do this. What's the name of the first single, bro?
Vibe Out. Vibe Out. Okay. Produced by B Major. Vibe Out.
Absolutely. And written by you, of course.
On me.
Okay. Have you ever had a ghostwriter? It's a dumb question, but I have to ask.
No, I've done ghostwriting though.
Okay.
I've written for people.
Okay.
Yeah.
You never give them up?
No. I've never like secretly. I've songwritten. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Not ghostwriting. But I've songwritten. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like hooks and shit. And yeah. No. You know what? I did a whole when I was younger. When I was on bail, actually, I was on bail, and I was fighting this case, and I wrote a whole album for this kid. Most of the music never really saw the light of day.
Okay.
But that was when I was young. I was like 19 or 20, and I was down in the desert, man. I was they had it was a big ass pad. It was like kind of a little mini mansion that's by the Salton Sea.
Okay.
It was way down there. You know what I'm saying? And it was fucked up. I remember it was funny. It was a family. They were from Texas, and they didn't know nothing about California, really.
Uh-huh.
They moved out here, and it was like a growing community just a couple hours away from downtown Los Angeles. That's how they described the fucking Salton Sea. So they came out here. There's nothing down there. You know what I'm saying? They were at a music store, shopping for equipment. They were building their home studio.
Yeah.
And
here we have a call.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Call her your name and where are you calling from?
Tony calling from Yonkers, New York. What's up, Tony?
You good? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's good, my brother?
Yo, what up, Hazard?
What's
Big
cracking
fan
though?
of yours, bro.
What's going on?
He's calling from
Yo,
New York.
you got bars on bars, bro.
Thank you, dog. And you from Yonkers, you said, right?
Yeah, Yonkers, New York. You know the locks, home of DMX.
I was literally about to say some of my favorite rappers. You Kiss, Styles P, Sheek Luch, and then X, rest in peace.
No, but not only that. You know
You know
who's
what I'm saying?
from, you know who's from Yonkers?
Who else?
Son of Sam.
The what? Really? You had to go there? The serial killer?
Yeah, the Son of Sam.
In fairness, I had I remember when I was younger, I had a really cold punchline with the Son of Sam. So, what's cracking though, man? Yonkers on the phone, man. What's cracking? Hey, first of all, thank you. I appreciate the love all the way from the Yonkers. Like I said, some of my favorite rappers are from Yonkers. So thank you for calling in, dog. What's cracking?
Nah, bro, man. You know what I'm saying? I look forward for you spit bars on Fridays with the 40 ounce.
Yeah.
Yo, man, you spit some bars, bro. Like you from New York, I would think.
I look. A lot of my favorite rappers are from Yonkers, right? Thank you, man. That means a lot, bro. I just it's obviously it's the birthplace of the culture. It's obviously just a ton of my favorite figures in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like are from out there, you know? So
I got a question, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yo, have you ever tried to link up with one of the producers from New York? You know what I'm saying? Switch the style up a little bit.
So
I think it fits you best if you spit from you're a spitter, so New York's are spitters. I think a New Yorker producer would know. You know what I'm saying?
So I don't have, and I want to make sure that I don't forget nobody. No, I don't have anybody directly like right now from New York that I could lean on for production. But I mean, like, I would love to work with a lot of people from out that way. Primo's one of my favorite producers. You know what I'm saying? From obviously Swiss. There's a ton of Pete Rock. You know what I mean? There's legends from Diamond D. There's just, I'm like, as I'm talking right now, right? Heat makers. You know what I'm saying? There's just a lot of my favorite production is from out that way for sure. I would absolutely love to work with, talent from the other coast for sure. And I agree with you. I do think that my pocket is right there, kind of like, 85 to 95 BPMs, the little swing with the bounce to it for sure. I love that type of shit. Definitely.
Hell yeah. What do you think of the rappers from LA, man? They're not really spitters out there, man. Like, I feel like that's what it needs. Real, you know what I'm saying? They gotta go back to the hood and, that grimy shit, you know what I'm saying? Spit that, you know what I'm saying? That fire, but a lot of these dudes, they're not saying that, man.
I think part of it.
You think that's real?
No, I honestly, very, very respectfully, I just think it's the lingo and the cultural difference, right? That sometimes I'm a student of the game, so when I listen to somebody from New York, I understand exactly what they're saying because I understand. I grew up on the rap, so I understand a lot of the slang, right? But if you listen, to me, it's a generational thing, right? It's the energy of the music. If you listen to the youngsters in New York right now, all of them are drilling shit. They're not really, it's not bar heavy, right? It's a lot of energy there as well. It's just that youthful energy, right? And so, like, right now in New York, they're drilling everything. Out here, it's got the, kind of that skip beat, and a lot of people owe Draco their entire fucking career at this point. It's just nothing but Draco the Ruler, carbon copies. Rest in peace to him.
Yes.
But if you that's one, I'll be real with you, doggy. Like, if you get a chance, go listen to Draco. And I get that the pocket might be something so kind of foreign and alien to you, but if you pay attention, that he was a wordsmith. The way, he had double and triple entendres that were just like, half the time they're kind of silly and goofy. You know what I mean? He'll throw away a fucking amazing bar. He'll just say it. You know what I mean? In passing.
Can you give us an example?
That's what I was trying to think of right now. He had the Flu Flamin' song. There's a he's got a he hold on one second. He has I just heard something. Oh man. He just cause he was prolific. He just dropped another thing, and there's a video for it and everything, but it was in the cut, right? He just dropped with Ralphie the Plug, and he said some cold, you know what? Okay, listen to the have you heard Yonkers? My bad, doggy. What's your name?
Yeah.
So have you heard Bitua by Shorty?
No, bro.
Okay. There's a song called Bitua by this rapper called Shorty, right? He's spelled, I think it's Betchua, right? Listen to Bitua by Draco. The wordplay on that, the best way I could describe Draco is this shit was slippery. He kind of slipped through beats. You know what I mean? Okay. But go listen to Bitua by Draco. That right there, it was he's got double and triple on all through that song, and it's real slick shit. You know what I mean?
You can't do an imitation.
No, hell no. I'm gonna actually respect the man. Let him first of all let him live for a long time, right? Long live Draco. But also, he's just that style to me is just so unique to him. And what you have right now is a lot of people trying to kind of carbon copy what he's doing. But I feel very respectfully, Doggy, I feel like a lot of the dudes that are, with the drill music and why it's the same thing. It's not super bar heavy, right? But you do have your pockets and you do have your
But you feel
exceptions.
it. But you feel it though. You feel it.
Right.
You feel it.
And I would say
it might not be bar heavy, like Pop Smoke.
Right.
Pop
is amazing. But I would say the same thing out here. The difference is whereas out there, the drill beats are really up and in your face. A lot of the beats out here are kind of
jump on a drill beat?
Are cold and play. Nah, bro. Cause what I do is bar heavy, right? You can get these bars with what I do. And I just, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like those beats are so fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's more, there's like a lot of chanting. You know what I'm saying? I think it's phenomenal what they do. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna keep that shit right between 85 and 95, and I'm gonna talk my shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said 85 and 95.
Oh, good, bro.
Because those are beats per minute for me.
Right.
So I know what to do for you.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, appreciate you. Shouts out to Yonkers, doggy. Thank you for tapping in, doggy. For real.
You a legend, bro. And Tony, man, when we come in with freaky sales, bro.
Not this Friday, next Friday, bro. I got you.
Yo,
bro, that shit's fire too, bro. Hey,
promise.
Shout out to you guys, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate Yonkers in the building, man.
Yeah,
appreciate
absolutely.
you, Dougie.
Okay, let's go. Okay, caller, your name. Where are you calling from?
Tony Montana, calling from Calabasas, baby. What's up?
Give me more volume, Alec. What's up, my bro? You got a question?
Can you hear me now, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Nice. Yeah, I just wanted to say that Hazard, hey man, it's great to see your accomplishments. Been watching you grind for several years now. And hey man, you're just a true testament that true grind pays off in the end, brother.
What's your name, doggy?
Yeah, they call me Stony Montana.
Stony Montana. I guess because he goes like a machine gun.
Hey, man, appreciate you, doggy, for real. You say you calling from Calabasas?
Yeah, I'm calling from Calabasas, baby. What's up?
Okay, no. I'll be brunching over there sometimes at Sagebrush. You know what I'm saying? So, thank you, doggy. I appreciate that. If you've been rocking with me for a minute, then you understand the amount of just love and respect I have for the culture and kind of just keep it on. Putting in, work and putting one foot in front of the other. So I appreciate you, doggy. Thank you very much.
What's up, man? Hey, Tony, go on the beat, man. Let's hear Hazard bust a freestyle.
We'll get to it at the end. I'll give y'all 16. I'll give you a 16 at the end. I got you.
All righty, baby.
All right,
stay tuned. Thank you.
All right, let's go. Once again, who has the ball to make the calls? Let's get a couple of calls in, and then we're out of here. Let's go. If not, we're going to continue. Once again, give us the date that the video and the song drops.
January 15th. January 15th. January 15th.
Mark that on your calendar.
January 15th, Vibe Out, that drops. And January 20th is going to be the party of the year. I'm literally trying to have a party of the year the first month of the year.
There we go.
Hey, you know what I mean?
Call her your name, or where are you calling from?
This is Shazzy from Houston, Texas.
What's up, Shazzy? She knows you.
Shazzy's dope. What's up, Shazzy? How you doing?
Hey, Mr. Hazard, ¿qué lo que? Oh, I'm sorry, you are not Dominican. ¿Qué onda?
¿Qué onda? Nah, look, real quick. I gotta show love to Shazzy. Shazzy has pulled up on me 2 times, I believe now.
Yeah.
She came to the Big Dreams video shoot, and then we were rocking at the Ontario Convention Center for UrbanCon. And both times popped out, surprised me. Wasn't expecting to see her there.
Right.
And both times, really cool energy, very humble, very supportive. Thank you. I really appreciate you. I remember when nobody cared, Tony. Like it wasn't that long ago that nobody heard of me, nobody cared. Yeah. I'm genuinely grateful for every supporter. But there's a few of them that really rock with me like hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And Shazzy's one of them. So shouts out to Shazzy from the H-Town. I genuinely appreciate your support because sometimes, and it's usually the dudes, I got to say this, the women that support what I do, very respectful, very cool, know how to be like, yo, Haz, thank you. Can we take a pic? Absolutely cool. Keep it pushing. Never weird. It's the vatos that be making it awkward, bro. You know what I'm saying? So Shazzy, just thank you very much. You always got real positive, humble, gracious, wonderful energy. When I bumped into you, thank you for that, and thank you for rocking with me each and every week. I see all your comments. You share my stuff. Thank you. I just genuinely, I'm very grateful. I'm appreciative. I'm humbled.
You know, I do want to say something about Shazzy. I met her once at To Live and Die in L.A. I believe that was probably a year ago or 2 years ago. I'm not sure right now. But I will say this.
It was a year ago.
Okay, a year ago.
You gave me my first podcast interview.
Yes, absolutely. And the thing is, it was nothing but love. So I truly appreciate women like her. Like the way you said, nobody knew about me, nobody cared, whatever.
Yeah.
I felt that way, bro. She's been here since day one. So much love and respect to her. So.
Shouts out to Shazzy. Can we get some applause for Shazzy?
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Shazzy. Thank you for calling in, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, thank y'all so much. Oh, geez. Now I think I ran out of time to ask my question, though.
No, go ahead. What you got? Go ahead. I was about to ask you. You got a question? Go ahead, shoot.
Go ahead.
Yes. So I do have a question for you, Hazard. Is there any plans for you to maybe do a couple of songs in Spanish? Give us a couple of, Spanish rap songs? With the way that you rap, your flow and your delivery, I listen to a whole lot more lyricists in Espanol, especially these days.
Uh-huh.
And when I match up your flow and your delivery, I feel like you could literally take out a lot of the people that I listen to. And that's in my city and even internationally. Are you fluent in Spanish? Well, Espanol.
I could speak Spanish, yeah, and there'll be times where I drop bars. Without getting too far deep off into it, anytime soon, realistically, I don't see it. And for this reason, people that look like me, once they rap in Spanish, that's it. They're Spanish language artists. They're pigeonholed. They're shoved into the side. You understand what I'm saying?
They're put in the box.
They are very much so. And it's not okay. It's not right. You know what I'm saying? But it is a fact. And I feel like I have so much work to do to still establish myself as an artist. And what I'm trying to get to, I'm not okay with being, a locally known artist at all. And I just feel like I have so much work to do still with establishing myself that I don't want to box myself off. And also just like my love for hip hop came in the English language, right? And so I just care so much about that, right? I'm proud of my gente. I'm definitely very, very, very proud, you know what I'm saying, of my roots and my heritage. I'm definitely you know, just when I look at where my family came from, and I hear the stories of my abuelito or my nana, rest in peace, and how they came here and the things that they dealt with, trials and tribulations they dealt with. It's something that I definitely take with me. My work ethic, the pride and honor with which I conduct and comport myself. But I just feel like I have so much work to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. I would like to at some point for sure, Shazzy, but I don't wanna hold you. It's gonna be a second before I do. But I would like to at some point, but I definitely feel like it would be on some Cypress Hill shit. You know what I'm saying? We get a few albums in. You know what I'm saying? We have some hit records.
And I got music like that for you, bro.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
But Shazzy, thank you for that. And I do understand what you're saying. And I'm honored and I'm humbled because I've been blessed enough to be around some Spanish language lyricists that are amazing. Yes, shouts out Sinful from the Mexicans, who I personally believe is like the dopest when it comes to straight Spanish. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
and
hold on.
And he's been like this with me.
Hold on.
Shouts out Sinful.
Sinful. If you're watching this, I feel exactly the same way, bro. I had him here. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I Man and him just been very embracing of me, talking about the OGs. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Very embracing of me. So yeah, Shazzy, I would say that I would do it, but also I'm so reverent and respectful to the culture. I wouldn't want to put out no bullshit. Like, oh yeah, that rhymes. That's cool. I think I would probably be even more critical of myself.
Yeah.
So it would probably take some time. You know what I mean? Because I would want to do it right. If I did, I want to do it right.
Absolutely.
Great question though, Shazzy. For real.
Sure. That's understandable. I wanted to address that Yonkers fool as well. For those of you who do not know, I'm originally a Bronx girl. Before my family moved to Houston, we actually were living in the Bronx. So for that Yonkers fool, let me just let you know something. Maybe you need to put the damn phone down, and maybe you need to take your ass down to LA, because I don't know who told you that LA does not have any people who can spit. So sorry, but not sorry, but that's a bunch of bullshit.
Dang,
I still have family up in the Bronx. No, come on, let's back up here. We got to say it for what it is, okay?
All right.
Got to say it for what it is. You and I both know that what's going on right now in the Bronx, and see, this is how you know that I'm from the Bronx, because Yonkers actually is close to the Bronx. And most of the music that's going on right there, half of it, you and I both know that most of those fools up there ain't shit. So the next time you decide to run your mouth about my second home, saying that they don't have any spitters, you put the damn phone down, you get on a goddamn plane, and you go and see these motherfuckers for yourself. I'll see y'all later.
Hey, thank you. Now, what I would say to that is, he was calling and really giving me my flowers.
Yeah, all good.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, he fucks with one. Yeah. You know what I mean? He fucks with one West Coast lyricist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But hey, Shazzy go hard for me. Thank you, Shazzy. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you. I hung up already, bro. Shazzy, thank you for that. Much love, much respect. So, damn.
Got any more on the line?
Let's go. Whoever has the balls, make the calls. Let's call in right now. Here we go. Holy shit. Let's see. Caller, your name. Where are you calling from?
What up, Tony? What up, Hazard? It's the Snowman. How you guys doing tonight?
Snowman, what's good, my bro? From the Harbor area.
Nah, just chilling right here. Good interview. And I wanted to ask Hazard. I have a lot of friends, and I've seen a lot of YouTube videos where they say you can't, like, if you want to go into the music industry, you can't half-step it. If you have a corporate job, you have to quit your job and go full force into the music industry. What advice do you have on that for the listeners out there who, want to get into the music industry but still have a job as well?
Great question. Go ahead, bro.
Well, first and foremost, I think that you have to look at what your personal financial situation is. Are you blessed enough to be young enough that you don't have really any financial responsibility? Do you not have kids? Is your family stable enough that they're like, yeah, mijo, go chase your dream. You straight. Do what you're going to do. We believe in you. Spend the next 4 or 5 years figuring out how you're going to be, you know, a producer, a rapper, a cameraman, whatever, right? First and foremost, if it's that, if you're young, if you're blessed with youth and kind of a lack of responsibility, like understand how much of a blessing that is. And yeah, you need to go full force. Now, if you had kids young or your life is such that you weren't blessed with a super supportive family, or maybe your family's supportive, but maybe they're looking at you at 18, like, you're a man now, you got to help out here.
Yeah.
Right? They're 24 hours in a day. And I've been pretty transparent about this. I don't try to fake the funk for anybody. I've got a day job still, right?
Yeah.
I very regularly pull 20, 21-hour days. I'm very regularly, and this is not a flex. This is not a brag. It's unhealthy. I get my sleep where I can. But day to day, week to week, it's 3, 4, 5 days out the week where I'm not sleeping a whole lot. Because I get off of work and I start working on my dream, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that you have to just jump out the window and quit your job, especially if you got to pay for shit, right? I do think that you have to eliminate the excuse mentality. Oh, well, I got a job. Well, how many hours are you working at that job? If you're working an 8-hour job and you need an hour to get ready and get to work and an hour to get home and unwind and be cool, that's only 10 hours. You still got better part than half of the day.
Yeah.
Right? So let's go ahead and take 8 hours. Let's say you're going to love yourself and sleep 8 hours every single night. Right? You're still left with 6 hours. If you can't get enough done to follow your dream in 6 hours, then you just got poor time management skills. And mind you, this is with you spending 10 hours completely devoted to work. You never think about your dream. You have this job that is extremely demanding. You can't think of anything but that, right? But realistically, most jobs are not that.
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're working at a fucking Foot Locker, right?
Subway.
You're Subway. Whatever. There's a ton of downtime, right?
Yeah.
Bro, think of your rhymes while you're in, you know, whatever the case is. If you're not doing, let's say you're designing clothes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have your sketchbook with you where you have a downtime, sketch out your ideas, whatever the case is. I think that too often it's got, you know, people throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's all or nothing. There's no way, bro, I got to chase my dream. That's cool, but where are you chasing? You're already in, here's the thing too. If you're on the West Coast, you're already blessed. You're in the fucking entertainment capital of the world.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, if you're in the greater Los Angeles area, if you're in the Inland Empire, it don't matter, right? You're anywhere from 30 to an hour and 20 minutes away from Hollywood, from the middle of it, right? You have time in the day to get your shit done.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
We are given the same 24 hours that were given to Michael Jackson and Prince.
Completely. And, you know, what I would say is, you know, is it difficult sometimes? Hell yeah.
It is.
Are you going to be tired? Yeah. How bad do you want this shit?
How bad?
I'm going to tell you right now. I got up at 4 this morning. It's 10:15. Am I falling asleep on you?
No, you're not.
Did I give you a bullshit interview?
No, but I am.
Okay, I got to go home and I got to be up again at 4. I'm going to do that, right? Because this is what the fuck I signed up for. Like, I'm fortunate enough. I have people's attention. They're paying attention to what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to maximize that shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do that shit with a smile on my face. I don't have to. I get to.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would very humbly say to you. You know, if you're fortunate enough to not have to work a job, sure, chase what you got to chase. But here's what I'm gonna say too. When you want to chase your dream, things cost money.
Yeah.
Studio time costs money. Videos cost money. Whatever the case is, right? You know. So what I would say is find you a job that doesn't require a whole bunch of mental or physical strain, right? Figure out the job, whatever it is, right? I think they're going to start paying $20 an hour at McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
Go fucking work at McDonald's. Save your checks. Go buy your studio time with that. Go buy equipment with that. Go invest in yourself with that.
Invest in yourself.
That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say. Great question though.
Thank you, my bro. Gotta let you go. We gotta take one more phone call.
No problem. Solid foundation. That's what I got out of that, and just have that Mamba mentality and use your time wisely.
That's the big one. Use your time wisely. But absolutely, Mamba mentality for sure.
Thank you, my bro. Have a blessed
Thank you,
one.
Dougie.
All right,
Peace. We'll take one more phone call. Make it quick. Get right to your question. No bullshit. Let's go, because I'm already fucking buzzed. That tequila's fucking nice.
It's nice, right?
It's nice. I like it.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and wait for one more motherfucking phone call. Once again, if you got the balls, make the calls. If not, pues, it'll be good night. I know I'm asleep.
I got Tony off that Fortaleza right now, baby.
Bro.
We got to end the interview before he really goes in.
Bro, I'm going to sleep good tonight, bro.
There we go. I stop.
So,
there we go.
Let's go. Just call, even if you want to make a noise. I don't give a fuck. You know what's funny? That we got enough podcasts that talk about me, but they never call. They never call. Bro, here we go. Let's go. Call it your name. Where are you calling from?
This is the homie Kike from the city of Escondido.
Kike, you are our last caller. Let's go. What's your name, bro?
Yeah, what's up? My name is Enrique. What's up, Haz? Give you your props, fool. You're a fucking dope ass spitter.
Thank you.
Have you ever thought of doing a collab with Young Gritty?
Yeah, me and Gritty have talked, and stay tuned. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Gritty's a very talented dude. Love his skill from a technical perspective for sure.
Yeah.
And stay tuned. You're not gonna be disappointed for sure. 2024 is gonna be a great year. Yeah, absolutely. You gonna like what we got coming soon.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. And Tony, did it fall through with you and with Frank? You guys weren't able to get Gritty on the show?
Frank who?
Frank Nitty. He's talking about Frank. He's talking about Young Gritty.
Oh, Young Gritty. Bro. Okay. Frank Nitty, I'm going to tell you this, and I hope you're watching. I love you, my bro. Bro, I've had you on here like 3 times. Yeah, I'm going to get him on. I'm going to get him. I'm still waiting. Like, I'm still waiting. And I don't mean that in no disrespectful way, bro. It's like, I really want to talk to the kid, bro.
Very talented. I'm going to hit him for you.
Yeah, please.
I'm going to hit him for you.
The guy is talented, bro.
Very talented.
And you know what? He hasn't been on nobody's podcast.
Nah, he doesn't really do
And
any
according to Frank Nitty, he said, I'm going to have him here for Dr. Dre this, Dr. Dre that. Bro, I believe in his talent. Let's make it happen. So, Frank Nitty, much love, much respect, bro. You know, you're my brother, so let's make it happen. That's all I'm going to say.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
That'd be super dope. Hey, Kike, I appreciate the love, doggy. Escondido, is that 760 or is that 619?
760.
760 in the building. Appreciate you, Kike, for real, doggy.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
Hey, stay pushing and much success to you, dog.
Gracias. Same to you, doggy. Appreciate you.
Have a blessed night, bro. All right, we're out of here, bro. We can take this off.
That's it.
Bro, this motherfucking tequila got me fucking buzzed, bro.
Pretty cool, right?
Like, I feel fucking good.
You've been. I gotta drive home, so I've been chilling. But you've been putting it in for sure. You've been putting it down.
I just gotta walk in and fucking.
Yeah, you got a good 20-foot walk. You know what I'm saying? You'll be all right.
Big dog. You know what? I want to thank you for coming through, bro, and being a blessing to us. And once again, promote your single, your video.
Vibe Out, January 15th, available wherever music is downloaded, streamed, peeped. January 20th, we're going to have a party of the year in the first month. I'm telling you, y'all are not going to want to. For those who are already RSVP'd and coming through, it's going to be an experience, hell of a night. I'm genuinely grateful to just be able to even have. I'll tell you, the amount of people that we've got RSVP'd is crazy. I was shocked. Like when my boy told me that, like we're about to close the list. Like that's we opened it 2 days ago and we're at capacity. It's not a small place.
Okay, what if I go and I want to take like 5 people? Is that okay?
Come through.
I want to take my whole team, bro.
You are Tony A, the fucking wizard. You can come through with who you come through.
Thank you, my brother.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'll definitely do that. I'll tomorrow morning. Is there a space that tells me like how many I can bring?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you the link. There's like it says like 1, 2, 3. Do me a favor, have just in case, because you're good.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be running. I'm gonna be hosting. I'm gonna be bartending.
I know.
I'm gonna be running around like really. There's the way we've got it set up. There's gonna be like different stations, and I don't want to give too much away, but I'm gonna be running and touching each part.
Any rappers that I may know that are gonna show up?
So, yeah, probably.
You want to kick a couple of names?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have. Yeah, absolutely. I know my boy Scheme gonna be in the building. You know what I mean, West My Scheme.
Oh yeah,
West My Scheme gonna be in the building.
Bro, that guy.
That's my fucking guy.
That guy right there. I'm gonna say something. Can I say it?
Yeah.
You may not like it, but I'm gonna say it. I love that guy.
You had me wondering. I was like, yo, what's going on?
I wanted to catch you off guard. Bro.
Look. West My Scheme gonna be in the building. Couple real talented individuals gonna be in the building, and I'll just say this. I was humbled by the response that we got as quick as we got it.
Bro, West My Scheme is fucking talented, bro.
That's the broski right there, man.
He's
I be in his. I told him if I got tired of this shit tomorrow, like, and I stopped making music tomorrow, I'm managing you the day after that. You know what I mean? I've told him that. That's the level I believe in that young man. So, yeah, man, it's gonna be a great night. It's gonna be a dope night for hip hop. It's gonna be a fun night. It really is. I'm really looking forward to it. And like I said, I was just humbled by the response.
Did you see my interview with Westmont?
Yeah. When you guys going into lyricists that he listened to, and me and him have had a lot of those combos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of it didn't surprise me at all. You know what I'm saying? I was happy that y'all had the conversation.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, hell yeah. You know, that being said,
that guy to me is an old soul.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how say he's in his 20s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm 55.
Yeah.
That guy's like 45 to me, bro.
Right. It's just the way he comports himself, the way he carries
bro.
himself. Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, one
Good
thing
dude.
that I want to say about hip hop is this. Just like the Bible, there's Old Testament and New Testament.
Yeah.
The new generation is the New Testament.
Yeah.
If you want to know how it all started the Old Testament, bro.
Sure.
Started at the book of Genesis.
Of course.
So.
Yeah.
And he studied it.
He really has, and this, like I said, the conversations that you guys had, we've had very similar, if not exact, convos.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, it was funny to see your reaction, because I already knew, right?
Yeah.
But it was funny to see your reaction, but it was also cool because I feel like somebody like that keeps you young, because you feel like, oh, there is hope in the fools that are younger than me. We good. We are good. You know what I'm saying? We just got to reach back and make sure that we nurture that. We big up that. We elevate that.
Yes.
We give that props. You know what I'm saying?
One thing about him that I'm going to say is this, that he's not one of those guys that like, where's my flowers?
He's just a worker. He's just a worker and just a real humble, gracious dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I always say this too, like the most active individuals, the most hardcore who got the biggest hearts.
Yeah.
And the reason why they do is because they would never do you dirty for the sake of doing you dirty, right? And so when you do piss them off, they're like, I would never do that to you. Why would you do that to me for? And then you piss them off, right? Yeah. And so he's one of those, you know what I'm saying? So man, shout out to my boy. Scheme will be in the building. You know what I'm saying?
So Westmont, if you're watching this, reach out to me, big dog. Let's do at least one song together. So
look at that.
So
y'all hear that?
Let's do at least one song together. I got much love, much respect for you because of your love for the culture and your fucking skill, bro. So other than that, you want to give shout outs?
Yeah, man. Shouts out my team. let me see. We'll start with my engineer, my boy Danny Zico. He records me every week. He does every single 40 ounce. Shouts out to him. He mixed Vibe Out.
Yeah.
I recorded it obviously at B Major Studio. Zico mixed it. Shouts out to B Major for giving me this banger. Shouts out my boy Got Beats and Deontay. That's my management team there. Shouts out GT Digital Distribution. Shouts out Cookies, Vibes, my boy Lucky. Shouts out my boy Ace18. He shot the video for Vibe Out. Yeah. Shout out my boy C's for making a cameo appearance in the video, helping me kind of direct and produce it, making a phone call to GT Digital. Shouts out to every single person that rocks with me every week. I see every comment. I appreciate you guys. Every week he don't miss. Every week the most consistent. Thank you. I see it all, and y'all mean the world to me. It's the battery in my back. It's what keeps me going. Shouts out my boy Urban from all angles, the man who helped me start 40 Ounce Fridays. I'm going to bring you to one of these, doggy. You can get to meet the gentleman. You guys can have a cool conversation. That's another student of the game right there.
Let's have lunch together, bro.
All right, let's do it. We're going to set it up, bro. All right? Shouts out my boy Urban of all angles, for real. Shouts out my family. My inner circle. Shouts out to my wife, you know what I'm saying, that holds me down. I appreciate you more than you know. I know sometimes I be so busy and in my head that it takes a real strong woman to support me the way she does. So shouts out to her.
Absolutely.
Shouts out to my daughter real quick, man. She graduated high school a semester early so she could start cosmetology school. I'm a proud dad right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, awesome. And everybody's been on this journey with me. It's about to get fun. We're just getting to the fun part. Stay tuned. For real, 2024 is a good year.
Thank you, my bro. Let me give a shout out, and then we're out of here. Once again, I'm going to give a shout out to Ella Cervantes Enterprise.
Son.
I'm going to give a shout out to the Hip Hop Jedi. I'm going to give a shout out to my son, B. Scanless. And I'm going to give a shout out to Norbert. News of Norby's will be back on Sunday. And, but I will be going live on Friday, but on Sunday, News of Norby's. And then I'm going to give a shout out to my son, B. Scanless. And I'm going to give a shout out to our moderators, Magic Girl. Much love, much respect. I got nothing but love for you. Thank you for all our moderators, my entire team. Much love, much respect. And once again, Hazard for coming through.
Appreciate it, doggy. Shouts out Tony A, Roadium for having me. And then real quick, Street Kings. They have been nothing but supportive of what I'm doing. Look out for the Hazard Sticks pre-roll coming soon. And the night of the release party, there's going to be a Vibe Out pre-roll just for that night.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So shouts out Street Kings. Really appreciate you, Andrew, and everybody over at Street Kings, Homer. You know what I'm saying? Little George. Just genuinely appreciate y'all. My boy Hector, the multimedia guy. Just genuinely appreciate y'all for rocking with me the way that you do. It means more than I could possibly say. You know what I'm saying? To have the team that I have behind me, it genuinely takes a team to try to get to this point and elevate to the next one.
Absolutely.
I can't do it. I can't do it by myself. I'm just very grateful to everybody. My boy Grim, who was texting me. How the puffer coat looking on camera, doggy, you know what I'm saying?
Beautiful. Yeah.
Appreciate y'all for everybody tuned in.
Hazard, if I show up, I want you to have a little special package for me, and I'm going to tell you why.
Uh-huh.
Because the next day, I want to promote it here on my podcast.
Got you.
Okay.
Say less.
So, we out of here. Much love, much respect. See you guys here Friday.
That's right. Tune in.
got it.